because if the running game is not being productive like it was last year,
Yeah.
you did play action, man. Please, uh, Dak like a deer in headlights. He going to get run over by defensive tackle or defensive linebacker.
How was how was Maffa in college, Savage?
Over 1,000 yards. I think he had 9 or 11 TDs. I got my new stuff here. Let me grab my book. I'll give you my exact
Okay.
notes on him.
All right.
Man, the boy, he's your thunder.
Now hold
For
up
what?
now, champ. Everybody on Twitter saying Blue the Thumper.
Man, man, I mean thunder.
Oh,
Blue is the lightning.
okay.
All right. I had Blue was my 15th. Blue was my 15th ranked. Hold on. Two. Jaden Blue, Texas. 6 foot, 200 pounds. I think he's a little smaller than that. He had 730 yards, 8 TDs, 43 catches, 400 yards. I put exactly in my notes. He's a third down back. He's a change of pace back. But I was very, very high on him. And then Maffa, I had another big kid I loved from Arkansas. Maffa was actually my 26th ranked back, but I was okay with it. I said all year I'm way okay with waiting to day 3
Yep.
for the running back class because it went that far. Phil Maffa at 6'1", 235, Clemson. Good hands. Good hands. I mean, when I say good hands, is even though at that size, he had good hands coming out of the backfield catching the ball. In 2024, he had 1,115 yards, 8 touchdowns. 2023, he had 965 yards and 11 TDs for Clemson. So, to me, like I said, this is last year's stuff, but I think the only other big goal line backs I had were question marks. I had Donovan Edwards, Michigan. I had Aquarius Jackson, Arkansas, 6'2", 240. But I had no problem with those 2 running back picks, to be honest with you, because it went that far.
Does which one of those guys got the more miles on them?
I think it's about even, to be honest with you. Okay. I'm not going to say one got beat up. If anything, I would say Maffa, because Blue, he shared the backfield with a kid I just did a video on the other day. This kid's going to be good. He's a bigger version of Blue.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
Yeah, what's up, man?
Man, I didn't know you were going live today, man.
I didn't either.
You just
I didn't either. I'm about to go to bed, but
yeah, I'm tired, man. I just had work today, and man, especially after yesterday's show, I'm drained as fuck. I got to be honest.
Richard commented on yesterday's show. He was like, "Go live on board," like 10 minutes ago, and I was like, "I bet."
So it was just random. Uncensored, man, get out of here, man.
Q Wisner, Blue split the backfield with Q Wisner, and he had 1,000 yards too. He's basically Q Wisner is Texas's bigger version of Jadon Blue this year. So I would say Maffa has a little bit more.
Corner still mad at that video, by the way, y'all.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even realize he took it that personal.
Yeah, he did.
I still haven't seen it.
I'll send it to you.
All right.
I'm still upset at OG.
He said running back Deuce Vaughn has been cross-training at wide receiver during the off-season workouts per Brian Schottenheimer. How y'all feel about that?
They said the same thing last year.
Yeah,
They
wait,
did.
let me read it. Cowboys running back Deuce Vaughn has.
And you know, Turbin is being practiced as a running back.
Has he
Stop.
really? No way.
Man, he would
Yeah.
get broken into two.
Man, he's gonna get killed
They
out
better
there,
not be
man.
that stupid. I mean, he ran out of the backfield last year against Baltimore, but they
Well,
better
no,
not be
I
that
know, but
stupid.
He ain't
They
no
are
T-
stupid.
I see him practicing that wide receiver, but I ain't seen running back. That's
I've not
silly.
seen Turpin at
No,
running.
that's what I saw on X.
But
That's silly.
I won't be surprised. I don't think any of us would because they
If
put
Schottenheimer
CD.
does that, then
But let's be honest, man. They put CD back there multiple times. We've
I
seen it.
hate that.
I hate that too.
Yeah, so like, why
They
would
gonna get that. They definitely get that boy killed.
Yeah, so I won't be surprised, to be honest.
they might as well cut Deuce. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Deuce is
Yeah.
just not good, man. It's just frankly just not. He's just not good.
I guess
That's
they're
the
just,
beginning and the end of it. I just don't think he's that talented, frankly.
It's really Jerry. It's really Jerry playground. He let his kids have input on draft. I mean, his grandkids have
Yeah,
input on
it was
draft.
his kid who recommended CD to him. Was grandkid. Yeah, because
his kid was the deciding grandkid for Overshown too. He called him up.
right. Yeah, no. With CD, his grandkid just was in the room, and then all of us. Then he was like, "Oh, you should take CD or something," and then that's the only reason he was on Jerry's radar, which is stupid.
Meanwhile, while they got input on the draft, Schottenheimer back there fiddling with his thumbs.
Yeah,
Right.
It's rough, man.
No, he looked like a child in that room, to be honest. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but he just didn't. It looked like he looked so.
He wasn't involved.
No, he was at the kiddie table for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
he looked so.
He was at the
disengaged.
kiddie table.
Yeah, he looked so disengaged. I was like, okay.
Yo, the kids were going through the iPads, man.
Yeah,
Like, listen, I've said it a million times. This shit's fantasy football for billionaires, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, I like
the
that. I like
Cowboys.
that quote. That's
That's
It is.
especially the Cowboys. That's even more the case with the Cowboys.
bro. That is so perfect. It is.
That's
exactly what it
true,
is.
man. For sure.
And like the CD Lamb pick, yo, I'm the king of mock drafts. No joke. I've
Yeah.
probably done like 200-300 already. The year we drafted Lamb, I did not put CD Lamb in one of my mock drafts because not one person saw Lamb sliding to us. Nobody saw that.
No.
Nope, I didn't either.
No one. That was like a gift him there. And I'm watching. I was doing the C word year.
Yeah.
And I think McCarthy and Jones was on the dinghy, the yacht, it should have sunk.
Oh yeah.
But I'm screaming like, yo, if they would have not drafted him, I would have like
Who CD? Yeah.
That was
Well, it was a shocker that he even like you said that he even fell that far because I don't think anyone expected him to even fall that far.
no, what I was
I think, man. To be honest, bro, and I'm just be straight up honest with y'all. Sometimes I don't even want to watch this team.
Oh, I don't. And
sometimes I don't want to do. That's why more this next season, I'm gonna be reviewing college. I'm gonna just reviewing games. Like I'm gonna get into other stuff. It's exhausting. This fan base is one of the worst.
Definitely.
Yes, it is. Especially in La La Land, you keep thinking. I mean, it's like a drug, man.
Yeah.
You can't get. I mean, even though you try to wean yourself off, but that drug keep going that, and the fact that they're delusional. This fan base is so damn delusional.
I think our fan base just doesn't like they get too wrapped up into this organization, this team. So yeah, fifth. I mean, man, we should honestly you should make a channel where we just shoot the shit and stuff, just talk and chop it up. It'd be fun that way because as opposed to just, I feel like there's only so much you can talk about with the Dallas Cowboys. Otherwise,
especially right now.
Yeah, you feel me? So I don't know, it's just there's only so much.
Yeah, and that's why I got the idea I'm gonna do with Savage.
You're gonna do a draft channel?
I can't wait. I'm just waiting to get my new camera, my microphone and stuff.
Oh, you got a microphone, you got the light.
I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna do it the right way. It's gonna be legit. So we got.
Man, what happened with the wrestling, man?
I'm gonna get to that, champ. That's why I gotta get my microphone and stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna do it the right way. But we got an idea for football. It's gonna be fifth the new microphone thing. No.
Say real quick. Is it gonna be the one? Is it gonna be? Are you gonna have like a pulpit and a robe?
Comment.
No. He said that's for his OnlyFans thing. That fifth going mainstream. No, but look, I told y'all the new round table and all that stuff, it's gonna look different. We're gonna do it the right way. So no OnlyFans.
Like, yeah, I mean, we should have a thing where, like, on this new thing, whatever, we can just shoot the shit and just chop it up casually and stuff. So
Yeah.
that would be fun for me, at least. I don't know about you guys, but it would be fun. For me.
Right, but I'm definitely just not talking Cowboy football this fall. I can't do it.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Not just talk Cowboy football.
I'm
To be
with
honest-
What's up, 1980?
80. I
80s,
can't do it,
boom.
y'all. I can't.
Yeah.
Listen.
And I'm glad you're saying that because I
see
get
why.
sick of
I
it.
see why fans. Thank you, PC76. I see why fans say we are the worst fan base. It is so bad.
It's true, to be
We
honest.
can literally pick up anybody. And Corner is my brother. I will fight with that man in any war. But we got Alan Hearns. Corner literally said he's gonna be better than he's gonna have a
He's
better
gonna be
career
better than Dez. Yeah,
I'm like, dude, Alan Hearns, bro, come on.
yeah. He said he was better than Dez.
And it's not just him. It's all the fans. And as soon as somebody's a free agent, they on Twitter do the right thing.
Get him, pick him up.
Pick him up, do the right. I'm talking about anybody.
What's that, guys?
Family who was preaching begging to get Dante Moncrief
Mm.
when he was a free agent at that time. I'm like, man, y'all for real?
Mm. Well, guys, I'm gonna head on that. 'Cause I gotta get up. Got punch that clock in the morning.
Go make that money,
All
brother.
right,
We'll talk to you
all right.
tomorrow.
All right, man.
Take it easy, man.
All right.
What you about to say, Savage?
I love this, like the topic of tonight's show, because I was thinking right before the show, who is the defensive end we traded? We sent a late round pick to Dolphins a few years back. He blew up with us with sacks, and then he went to Chicago Bears on like an $80 million contract.
Robert Quinn? Was it Robert Quinn?
Bingo.
Robert Quinn.
Perfect example. Robert Quinn's nickname was Gumby. That's how Gumby is.
Gumby.
Because that's how much bend he had. And he would get to the quarterbacks. He had like 14. He had it was high up there, like a 14, 15 sack season with us. But he completely sucked against the run.
Yeah. He was here 2018, I think. It was just 2018.
He followed out and left and went and got paid.
Yeah. It was just
I
one
forgot how
season
many
that was
sacks he
there.
had, but he went off.
Yeah.
But he had a really good year, but he was horrendous against the run.
Yeah. It was just that 1 year that he was here, I think. It was 2018, I think.
Yeah, then he went and got paid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Uncensored.
Thank you, Uncensored. Same thing, man. Happy Father's Day.
Same to you. He
Yeah,
said,
I
I said Pickens is the Robert Quinn of the offense.
Oh, thanks, PC. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, it's listen, and that this fan, I'm telling you now, they saying now, oh, you know what they naming? They naming how many touchdowns Dak gonna throw this year. They're not mentioning
Yeah,
wins.
you saw the picture I
They're not
sent
talking
you.
about wins. They're not talking about wins or nothing. They're talking about Dak alone. One guy. They're just talking about his stats.
Savage, bro. I don't know if you've seen it, but I sent Fifth the picture. I sent Fifth the picture earlier today, this morning. And it's literally a picture from a Facebook account, like a full Facebook account or whatever, where, remember what I said a couple shows ago that some guys on Facebook are making like posts about Dak having one arm sleeve versus two, and people are making a big deal out about it.
Yeah.
I sent Fifth the picture. I'll send it to you too. There was this guy on Facebook who made this post about Dak having one arm sleeve versus two, and said he's about to win the Super Bowl MVP just because of that. I'll send it to you. It's the stupidest shit.
I jumped in a few of those chats and I got out just as quick. I'm like,
No, I don't follow it anymore, but like it just happens to. I just see it on my like feeds and stuff. Like Cowboys Twitter is fucking toxic.
It's
man.
brutal. I try not to even go on Twitter. It's ridiculous.
Man.
And Facebook is worse.
Oh no,
I've
yeah,
never even
Facebook
been on
is worse.
TikTok, but like, but the Cowboy Facebook group is like, no one has a picture, so no one's even showing you who they are, and like they're talking about like, I blew some kid up. I made him look completely stupid on there. This was a while ago. He was talking about the Darryl Johnston pick, and I was like, "Yeah, that was a great pick." We never trade. We never picked him, right? And the guy's like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "No, we never did. We drafted Steven Wisniewski from Penn State. God, who was a Hall of Famer, first ballot. I don't know if he's a first ballot, but he's a Hall of Famer. And basically, we then told Raiders to pick. It was like maybe 10, 12 picks later, the Raiders picked Darryl Johnson, and then we just swapped picks. But if you go back to that draft, the Raiders drafted Darryl Johnson, not the Cowboys.
No, man, I don't follow these Twitters and these Facebook guys or Instagram guys anymore. It's just I happen to see it, and it's stupid stuff, man. So honestly, like at least over the past year and more so recently, I don't even know the shit that's happening with the Cowboys up until we do the shows, because I just don't care to follow it. To be honest with you, I just don't. So,
well, for me. Now that we're in this new thing that's going on with coaches and all that, I'm following because I really want to know what Schottenheimer do, because I don't want to come up here and say something that I could be wrong about. That's why Corner been telling me for the past few weeks, watch his press conferences, check it out. So I finally watched one, and I like how he talks as far as answering questions. Like I said, again, it don't equate to wins, but we need everything to be different. We got sick of the robotic responses that Garrett was giving. And then McCarthy even got to the point where he damn near cried because he couldn't say what he wanted to say.
Right.
But as of right now, I like how he's talking. I don't equate it to a W or nothing like that. It means nothing. Yeah. But you got to start somewhere when it comes to, having a new regime. I still think we're gonna suck.
Yeah.
I don't take that. I still think we're gonna suck for sure. Not just because of that, but just new coach, new team, Dak Prescott, all that. There's a lot of things for me that go into what this team is going to look like this year. 1980, what's up?
What's up, Eddie, man?
Hey.
How you doing, man? You in bed, man?
You all sound tired.
Man, believe me, I'm with you, 80, man. I'm tired too, man.
Man.
I'm burnt.
You had work today, or what's happening?
No, I'm off on, I'm off on weekends, but my weekend's been sold up, man. It's, this house shit, it's killing me, man.
You're moving somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we selling a home, and
well, congratulations and all the best to you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we had about 3 families come in and look today, so that's a good thing. A lot more traffic than last year.
Yeah. That's good.
Well,
like you said, this new realtor, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a new coach. Very good example. I'm glad you said that, Fifth. The last realtor we had, she was inexperienced. She never done it before. She was kind of young.
That's
nothing against young people or anything, because they got to start somewhere. But she was just a little inexperienced for our taste, and she still had a lot of learning to do. But with this lady, she's older, experienced. She's sold $1 million homes, so
that's good.
Hopefully it'll and it's all about timing and a lot of luck too. So
everybody forgets 2008 really fast.
Yeah, the crash.
Everyone forgets.
Yeah.
Man, I live in a city where it's too expensive to buy a fucking house. I don't want to spend that much money on a house. I could afford it. I just don't feel like buying a house here. It's like $3-4 million I could spend doing other stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy out that way.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I'm paying for rent here, I can buy a mansion in Dallas, to be honest.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's an expensive city.
These fans were making a big deal about Pickett's number. They wanted him to change when he got.
That's right. Yeah, they were.
Well, they got this thing right now where they're calling Dak Prescott one sleeve Dak.
Yep.
Because he's wearing one arm sleeve, and they're saying that's going to equate to him being a better player.
Yep. Fifth, I sent you that photo, man. That's how.
This fan base.
It doesn't even. I mean,
I know. I'll send you the picture, man. It's the stupid stuff, man.
I know Parcells. It was one of his rules. Running backs could never wear sleeves.
Well, right, yeah, because he would
Like,
fumble.
the running backs had to,
With
but
running backs, it makes sense. With
I don't see how Wayne.
I mean, no, our fan base. Look, with Dak, you know the way it is. They'll cling to anything to prop him up for whatever reason. They just do that with that guy. So I don't know.
Hey, I just want to commend you for when you said this was gonna be your tone from now on for you.
Yeah,
sticking
man.
to it. Boy,
Yeah.
Props
Yeah.
to you on that one, man. I can't front.
I went back and looked at some old videos today that I made way back. Oh my! I can't believe I existed. I can't believe that I can believe it, but it's the energy, the amount of energy I put and work and creativity that I put in those videos, man. I was like, wow. It was really something special. It just I was really lured into thinking that we had some talented teams back then. It was worth it. We had something to look forward to. We thought we had a good shot at something, but obviously it didn't work out that way. But I just went back and looked at some video. I went back and looked at some live streams from the round table, man, we used to do, and man, we were on it, man. And it's sad. Like Fitz say, it's sad that the same things that we said back then applies to. You can plug it in right now, and it's the same song. Same song, man.
Yeah, man. No, you were extremely passionate about it, man. That's one of the reasons I subbed to you back in the day. And man, it was the energy has been drained out of everyone, I think. At least our guys. I don't know.
When you realize that they care, we care more than they do. I think that's where the ball dropped with me. When I realized that I cared more than the whole organization, I think that's where I kind of stopped. I kind of backed off. And when the season starts, I'll get back into it. It'll be a lot more to talk about because, like right now, we still thinking. So
it's redundant.
It's really hard for me to talk about something that don't exist. Don't nothing exist right now. But he say, she say, and I think this, I think that. So it's really hard to put anything behind that. When they get the pads on and the pads do the talking, you can't hide behind no false advertisement. You can't hide behind no green screens and all that shit. It's right there in front of you. So you can't lie. You can't sell nobody. It sells itself. It's right there. There's nothing to hide behind. You can't hide behind nothing. You can't hide behind no false advertising. It's right there. So all the jabronis that's making these videos now, these highlight videos and all this stuff, trying to bait everybody in and keep everybody hopes up and all that stuff. You know what I mean? They can't do that shit and once the season starts because ain't nothing to lie about then. Ain't nothing to hide behind. Ain't nothing to hide behind when the season starts. It's right there in color, live and in color.
Yep. No, that's right. Sure. Yeah.
Aiden, I know you played at Florida State. Were you there when Marvin Jones was there, the middle linebacker? Did you?
I was there. Peter Ward, 98. I was there 98, 99, and a little bit of the almost 2000 season, but I fucked that off. So I really don't like talking about that because nah, man, it's just I was going through so much. My head wasn't on straight. I just messed that opportunity up.
Yeah. No, just like you, man. It's just like you when I realized that we care more than they do. I tapped out, and it was really I think the first 49er playoff game where everything opened up in my eyes. Where I was like, oh, they just don't give a fuck more than we do, and but I just think our fan base is just. I don't even know if I can say stupid because I feel like that's even a more polite way of saying it. Like some of the stuff that our fans, the lengths that they go to and stuff is just ridiculous to me. I don't know. Well,
it's a new wave. It's a new wave of it's a new generation. It's a new wave of fan base. And I'm not saying generation by age. I'm just saying it's a new flood of people. Just like this neighborhood, a lot of people have moved away, and that were here because we were tier number 1, and then there's tier 2, there's tier 3, But we were the first housing community that was built. So we were tier 1, and then tier 2, then tier 3. The people from tier 1, we're like one of the last ones. A lot of those good people, they moved away because they saw the direction that this town was going in. But like I say, I relate that to YouTube because tier 1 was Shango, myself, Simus, South of Heaven 88, those guys. Yeah. And then Fifth and them came on the scene. So we were all like kind of like tier 1. And then those tier 2, 3 fans started coming in. But they were seeing all the attention that the tier 1 was getting. They were seeing so they already came into it for the wrong reasons. See, we were into it for the love of the game, for being a Cowboy fan, supporting the team, good or bad. We were talking about what we saw. We were able to critique the team, and we were all agree. Yeah, man, I know, man, we'd be pissed off, make pissed off videos. It was okay to do that back then. See, now you got a new tier of sissified fans in here. Everybody want to be right. Everybody want to be heard. Everybody want to be seen. Everybody want to be number 1. Mm-hmm. So that's a new generation that has gone in that has took being a content creator to another sissified level. Right. So now it's hard for us, not that I give a damn, but it's hard for us to produce content because they so used to the smoke and mirrors and the rainbows. They so used to that. They so used to that way of, we got a chance and and they so used to them guys. They got all, they're in love with the facade, the subscribers, the donations, all that. That's what the second and third and fourth and fifth tier are in love with. We're the outsiders. Yeah. See, all they want to hear is good about the Cowboys. Yeah. All they want to do is hear is good. You got that parent that they got a badass kid at school. They don't do their work. All they do is fight. All they do is do shit wrong. But they kid can do no wrong. They don't want to hear nothing bad about that child. Right. All they want to hear is the good. That's the new kind of fan we got who's on YouTube now. And it's making our fan base look even worse than what everybody thinks, so.
Right. No, that's right there. I agree. Yeah. A lot of those guys, man, I mean, it's probably not in my cards to understand it, but I just cannot wrap my mind around getting so attached to that extreme. Probably not for me to get it, to be honest, but it's just, man, get a fucking life, like straight, like real talk, like to be honest. But hey, man.
Hold on, Ishan, my bad.
Oh no, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
And salute to Mike. He said the fact that there are people out there that still believe that can take us to the Super Bowl, absolutely laughable. Shout out to PC76 also for the donation. You $10 donation. He said, Phil Quarter, Ishan Dennis 7, 1980. I appreciate the time you guys take out of your day to give us fans the realness. You as well, Champ Corner, and so many more that I forget right now. I appreciate y'all for listening, man.
Man.
None of us, we've been the same. We're going to give you a show, whether it's one person watching or 50 people. You're going to get the same show, the same energy. And we're never going to change because it's about, it's about us telling people why this organization ain't did it in 30 years, regardless of who right or who wrong, regardless if you got 500 people watching, you want to, show gang footage or, shake Dak Prescott hand and put it on your channel. None of that equation. None of that means your loyalty to this team, or you saying you've been to more games than me, or you the best players than me, or you did this. Let me know what that meant in the last 30 years.
Yep.
Let me know because on social media, when I was a young boy, a real young boy, and true fans was around, you saw a lot of Cowboy gear, the starters jackets, and all that. Me, you, matter of fact, all of us on here, all of our fathers were Cowboys fans. All of our fathers.
1,000%. Yeah.
All of our fathers, we was all born into this. So none of that matters, man. And like I said, I can only recollect the last Super Bowl we won. Before that, I don't remember. I was young, too young. But even then, I wasn't knowledgeable to understand what was going on. I just knew my family cheered for the team with the star, and I did too. That's all I knew as a young boy. I didn't know what was what. I knew who Emmett was, I knew who Dion was, and I knew who Michael Irvin Charlton was. That was it. Nobody, because I wasn't aware of what the O-line meant, the importance of it. I didn't know nothing. I just knew prime time and how cool he was with MC Hammer and how many videos.
Man, they say he's legit, MC Hammer. You don't want to mess with him.
He a real Oakland goon. He was with it.
He had some hands. Yeah, I heard he had some hands.
Like I told Corner earlier, man. Listen, man. Let's not take the fun out of this.
Yeah.
We get up here and shoot the crap because this team suck, and we still make the best of it with just us being friends and being able to talk. Those guys down there are rich millionaires, and they don't have to punch a clock like us.
No,
they ain't worked since the teenager, like two savages who work didn't know nothing but work.
Yeah,
and the retired. Like let's not take the fun out because somebody want to be right. If them being right equated to wins, man, I always praise them. I post their count. It don't mean nothing, man. It don't win football games like Eddie always say, bro. You being right, it don't mean nothing.
Nah,
it's all opinion. It's all opinion. Now you got people saying, now you got people on what his name? I can't. He making me so sick. He talk with a lick. What's his name?
Acho.
That boy there. Now he on that show saying I think season. This should be the I think season for the Cowboys. Now he's saying.
No, Acho, I can't stand that guy, man.
You got David Hellman got a show right now called the Cowboys Corner.
That's right. Yeah.
So people say they don't watch. Even Dez said that they watch Cowboy content creators.
100%. I'm sure Dallas, like the Cowboys, have a division of people.
They do. Yep.
That watch. 100%.
Any business anywhere will have that.
What season you said it reminded you of, Eshan?
2019. This upcoming year, 2019. You're talking about this upcoming season? Reminded me of 2019.
Remember when you said that?
The C word year of the 2020.
Yeah, and these people, man, they pathetic. They think everything they doing equate to wins or get them in within the Cowboy organization, and you're pathetic for thinking like that.
Yeah,
you're pathetic for thinking like that.
Like I started watching YouTube and the C word. Yeah.
So you found this post. You found the post, Fifth. Awesome.
One sleeve.
This is the picture that I sent him, Savage. Stupid shit, right? Look at this shit.
It says Steve Dak, 40 touchdown, league MVP, Super Bowl MVP loading.
Man, I found this on Facebook and I was like, "What is this?"
Steve Dak.
Yeah, immediately when I sent it, I saw it. I sent it to Fifth. I'm like, "This is stupid."
He mentioned nothing about the team success. Just Dak.
Just Dak.
Like I started watching YouTube in 2020, the C word, like that year, just
get your mind off of this.
Get my mind off anything. But then, what was the year that we played the Jaguars and Dak was horrendous? What year was that?
Jaguars?
22.
Okay,
for Trevor Lawrence when he had 2 picks and lost the game with the pick six.
So I watched that game and
at home.
No, that was in Jacksonville.
It was all these content creators were on, and the next day, and they were still sticking up for Dak. And it was at that point, and I just started ripping dudes. I'm like, bro, you guys are sellouts. You're fakes. You're not saying the truth, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like,
me and Eshan live. Listen to Dak say, I promise y'all I won't throw that many picks next year.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It was immediately the season after that, because the Jaguars. The Jaguars game we're talking about, Savage, he had 17 picks that year.
And that's when they said, "Oh, this one bounced off someone's hand."
Yes, that's when they started doing that.
It was 9 miles out of the west, and I'm like,
"Oh yeah,
I lost it, bro." I go, "You guys are just all lying, man."
I remember that.
They got on their channels every week.
Talking
about they used the all 22 film and showed every pick and say, "You see right there,
Yep.
that wasn't his fault." It was atrocious. What they were doing with those picks, man. He ran the wrong right. That was one of it was bad.
But you know why he did it that season? It's because he had his career high in picks. He had 17 picks that year, or 15
He
picks.
sure did. Yeah.
15 picks.
So
So
saying
there were
Peyton
multiple
Manning
games.
had 17. No, Peyton Manning had 19 one year.
yeah,
He also won a
retired.
Super Bowl that year.
Yo,
The season he retired. Yeah.
they turned on Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, y'all. That's a 4-wheeler.
It's all good.
Y'all know I'm in the country. Y'all know I'm in the country. That's a 4-wheeler.
No, I feel you, man. That's all good. Don't worry about it.
They turned on Dalton Schultz so bad.
Yeah, they did. They did.
They turned on dude. They loved him at first. Every pick, they started saying we needed new receivers. They run lazy routes. They not turning around. Every pick. Dak threw so many picks, he was almost scared to throw the ball. Yo, it was one play. He hesitated, didn't throw it.
Mhm.
He ran the same play again and threw the pick. Same play. It might have been against Washington.
It was the Commanders, the last game of the season. When we went 12-5, we lost to them 26-6. So what happened in that play? I'll tell you what happened in that play. So for some reason that season, he was force feeding Noah Brown the football that season.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was between him and Noah Brown, but he was force feeding that to the football the whole season. So in the Commanders game, there was a play, I think in the third quarter or something, where he throws an out route to Noah Brown, chucks it in the stands. It was so bad of a throw. He does the same play immediately the next play. Not a couple of series next, I'm talking. The next immediate play, and it's a pick six to the house. So, yeah, man.
I lost it. Man.
He had I think 4 pick sixes that season or something. It was
When was that? When was that? What year was that?
23, I think, when he had 15 picks. Because in 23 he was it 23? I think it was 23. Yeah, when he had 15 picks or something.
No, that was 22.
Was it 22? Yeah, okay, 22. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because it was 22. When we lost to the Niners in the playoffs 19-12. It was that season. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was 22.
Damn.
Yeah.
Big 6. Yep. That's who it was.
Yep. And you know what's sad? When we played the Packers in the playoffs this past season, when we lost 48-16 at a point, Jair Alexander, the cornerback, pretty much said he had Dak Prescott's number in an interview. So he was he's happy that Dak, when he plays Dak, he straight up said something like that. And I was like, okay, this is another team's opponent saying that he wishes to play our quarterback, man. You know what I mean?
Isn't he a free agent, that kid?
Now he is, I think so.
Yeah,
But I mean, at the time when he was with the Packers, it was I don't know, man.
Brandon hate the Packers. Dude was an interception machine. The man up there as a $40 million quarterback and said, "I promise y'all I won't throw that many next year." Bro, how is that even a thing to say?
Say, man, you ain't got to
that is.
do all that. You need to show us. Don't tell us, man. You show us with your game. You know, man, come on, dog.
Well, that's my entire problem with that. He's all talk and no show, man. It's entirely my issue with him. The nerve of him to sit after the Ravens game when he lost, to sit there and to walk up with his chest down, say, "Jump off if you want to," when you lost.
I don't think it was on.
Yeah, man. It's the nerve of the guy to do that type of stuff.
Appreciate that, Nate Dogg. I wish I could show it. Nate Dogg just sent me the clip of that pick six. They gave me.
Yeah, I remember that play. It was a bad. Yeah, that was a rough season, man.
Yeah,
but even so, we went 12-5 that year.
What game was that I was watching earlier today? It was we played Seattle and we beat Seattle in Seattle. We had Romo. I think that was 14. I think it was 14.
Yeah.
We went up there.
Yeah.
Man, we went up there and we put it on them.
And everybody had us losing. They had us losing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. They sure did.
Yep.
30-22 or something. That game was.
And when Romo was
he was cooking that game, man.
He was coming out. When he came out, he was so confident.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I talked about. That's what we talked about yesterday. The Fifth asked if is there anything that Dak needs to succeed?
Yeah,
get
just
further in the playoffs.
confidence.
And I said, man, it's a confidence. When Romo came out of there, man, he knew what time it was. Man, you could tell he was mentally ready.
Yeah.
Dak, you can tell by his body language, his
He's not ready.
eyes, the deer in headlights look, that
Yep.
mentally he's just not ready for that stage. That stage ain't for him, man. It's for somebody else, dog.
Mhm.
He ain't no dog under that center, man. He's just not. He's just not no dog, man. I'm sorry. You read all that stuff, man. I played with different quarterbacks back in the day,
Yeah.
and like I say, when I saw Romo come out of there, he knew what he was doing. He knew where he was going with the ball. He knew their weaknesses. He knew. He might not have been the healthiest dude, man, and the most physical guy, but he knew, and he threw some interceptions, but he turned right around and throw a touchdown pass right after that. You know, he just. I don't know, man.
I think fundamentally, Romo was he was a better quarterback, I think, fundamentally. But
yeah,
that I think my thing when it comes to Dak's confidence, and I 100% agree. I think to him in his head, part of it is probably still where he was drafted. Is my thing. Maybe I might be saying this out my ass, but I think a part of him still is kind of like has that thing about him that I'm a 4th round pick. And at this point, I just think that's inexcusable. That doesn't just, because he said just the other day that if he doesn't win he wants to win a championship for his sanity. Like, you know what I mean? So like,
smoke a joint. I mean, Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
man, exactly. It's like
For
sanity. It's like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
But that should go to show, like, it is entirely about himself, not anyone else. For your sanity means there's nerves and jitters there. That's what that means. So, yeah, I don't know, man. This contract, man, fucked us over huge time.
Yeah, it did.
Goddamn. And
you got to balance that out, man. You got other players on the team, and you just gotta. I just don't understand. I still don't understand why you did that, man. Yeah. I don't understand it. I'm
gonna stick to this, man. I said this before, 80 man, but I don't think Jerry paid him for football reasons, and I'm going to stick to that. I think the main reason that he paid him, to me, because this is the only logical explanation I can come to, is that Dak is one of the highest selling jersey sales with the Cowboys, and so therefore that's the only reason you would pay. Because I don't know what other reason you would pay him when he won one playoff game, when you paid him the $40 million contract. You know what I mean? So that's the only explanation I can think of. So
yeah.
I'm gonna. I don't know. It's crazy.
Because there's like that contract to Jerry. That's like us sort of in DoorDash, man. That's nothing. That's
nothing. Right. $60 million for a 2. Yeah.
He's gonna make in parking, jersey sales, but what person is still buying? Like, unless you're blind, God forbid, and you don't know, like. Who's really saying, yeah, let's go out and get a Dak jersey? That's a good idea.
Right.
Who's saying that?
The new generation, like just like Fitz said earlier.
Yeah.
Like Fitz said when he was a kid, his parents were rooting for the Cowboys. They don't know football. They don't know. It's the new generation, man. They don't know. Just like I didn't know. When I watched football when I was a kid, I didn't just watch the Cowboys. The teams that made me fall in love with football were the 49ers, Joe Montana, the Chicago Bears with Walter Payton and Refrigerator Perry, and the New York Giants with Lawrence Taylor. I used to want to be like Ronnie Lott, Ronnie Lott coming, man. And that was my first position when I played football, was free safety, because I wanted to be like Ronnie Lott. I wanted to be like Steve Atwater and Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
And that's what made me fall in love with football. And then, I started noticing my dad watching the Cowboys, Tony Dorsett, and he watched Roger Staubach back in the day. And he remember, him and my granddad, they remember they was in the Cotton Bowl playing, So that's what made me love the Cowboys. But just overall, man, those teams, those guys, they just, Jerry Rice, all those guys, man, Dion, and they just made me love the game, actually fall in love with the game. I hated Dion at first. When he played for, especially when he played for 49ers, I couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand him. But
Yeah.
When I got to high school and I started playing because I wanted to be a free safety, he kind of changed my view. My coach was like, "Man, you run a 4.2 something." Well, but in high school I was running a 4. I was averaging like a 4.3, 4.3, 4.4. And coach said, "Man, I'm gonna try you at cornerback." And I was like, no, I like free safety because I'm able to see everything. I'm not that tall, so I'm only like 5'9". I'm not that tall, so I like to hang back here. He's like, no, you gonna play cornerback, and then he put me at cornerback, and I was able to keep up with the fastest receivers, and shut guys down, and so that's what. And I started playing cornerback, So, but it's just man.
There was a gritty game here, man. That Seahawks and Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was when the Legion of Boom was still the Legion of Boom.
Romo went 21 of 32 for 250.
Yep.
They just won a Super Bowl before that. The Seattle just won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Before that game. Yeah.
DeMarco Murray hit for 115. Joseph Randle 52. I forgot about Randall.
Man.
T. Will 70.
Man.
Lance Dunbar 48.
Damn.
Everybody.
We had some talent.
Whitten, Cole Beach, Gavin Escobar, Tyler Clutch. Y'all remember Tyler Clutch? Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a gritty. That was football, man. That's why I told Corner. I believe that was a football caliber team we had. That Cowboys team, man.
Yeah.
It was definitely.
That offensive line was what? Tyron, Leary, Frederick,
Doug Free.
I hated him, man.
I'm gonna always apologize because I didn't appreciate Doug Free enough.
He would hold a lot, I know, but I mean, he still was. I mean, a pretty good.
He better than what we got now.
Exactly.
Rolando McClain intercepted Russell Wilson in that game.
Yeah.
He was good that like 1 year he was with us, man.
Yeah.
1 or 2 years he was with us.
Dwayne Harris was a good kick punt returner, man.
Yeah.
Harris. Yeah, I remember Harris. He had them dreads. He had them dreads too, didn't he?
I told y'all I don't know what it is with Jerry. His kick returner with dreads.
Yeah.
Harris,
Whitehead. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
The only one without dreads
but
was,
that game there, it was gritty. It was a gritty game. It was a football. Romo, man, he had his faults, but boy, when he got in his zone, man, he was a ball player.
Yeah.
When he got in his zone, he was a ball player. I did not know Lockett was with them then, but yeah, he played, man. That was a gritty year, man. But that offensive line was Tyron, Leary, Frederick, Martin, and Doug Free. And I didn't appreciate Doug Free enough, man. He played there a long time, and he man, listen, I appreciate him now.
I just hate him because whenever Flozell Adams got hurt, Doug Free would step in at left tackle and get lit up compared to.
Well, he was a better right tackle.
Right tackle though.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a better right tackle.
Yeah.
He was a 4th round pick. I think Eastern Illinois, Northern Illinois, something like that.
Northern Illinois.
Doug Free. You know what the crazy part is? The year we drafted him, we drafted another offense. I hate Parcells. We drafted another offense. James Martin from Boston College in round 2. He didn't play a single down. We drafted another center from Wisconsin from round 2 with Parcells. He sucked, man. Oh man. Listen, we got Ware with him. We got Jay Ratliff with him.
Jay Ratliff, yeah, he's pretty good.
Right.
I mean, but so many busts, man. I mean, Bobby Carpenter, come on.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
I remember him.
Hey man, if Parsons and Lamb don't just fall to us like that, where would we be?
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about the Jerry and the Cowboy and Will McClay.
Where would we be? Seriously.
No, for sure.
That's what blows my mind with the "In Will McClay We Trust" crowd.
Oh, God, man. The thing that's crazy to me about it is instead of the Cowboys being like, "Oh fuck, we lucked out with CD and Micah," their attitude is, "Oh, we landed CD and Micah, so therefore we can land more of these cats," and it just is stupid way of thinking, man. I don't know.
Appreciate you, Mike. Romo's better than Dak. Romo was definitely
definitely better than Dak.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not hard to beat. Listen, Dak's best attributes was his legs.
Yeah,
man.
Dak that's what Mississippi State. Dak ran the ball a lot. Go back.
Did
He
he?
ran the ball.
He wasn't a thrower.
He
Honestly,
was a running quarterback, man. He came to Alabama and got obliterated when they played them. He ran the ball. Jerry tried to turn him into something. Now he thought he can. Listen, Jerry was so delusional when he know good and well that rookie year was because of Zeke. Could nobody stop Ezekiel?
Right.
No, man.
No
man,
team.
That dude was a beast, man. That Ohio State.
We beat them with ease. We beat any man. Bro, Dak was 8-1.
Mm-hmm.
We were on an 8-game winning streak, and Jerry still in his head was saying this is still Romo's team, but Stephen Jones was like, nah, because Romo went to Stephen Jones and said, "Can I battle for my job?" And at that point, Stephen was like, "Nah, man." But here's my thing, and I agree with Savage. You shouldn't use the job because of injury. When Romo came back, when they let Romo play that one game, he will that touchdown.
Man,
right then he should have given back to him because he drove that field like he had never lost a step.
And I just would have had the shortest leash on Dak in the world in that playoff game. The first 5 minutes, I would have threw, and I guarantee you, coach is saying to himself to this day, he should have threw. Romo into that
Frank.
game.
Yeah. He did. He went to him. He went to Steven and said because he have a competition for his job, and Steven told him no. Yeah, Brian Brother did tell that story. Steven told him no. He said it's Dak's job, and that wasn't fair, man. That wasn't fair, man. We were flying high. That's when I started following 80, and I always find it funny because 80 start the video before the game was over because he knew it was over. And 80 would be talking, he'd be like, "Oh, yeah, we just scored again." But anyways, guys, those were such the good years, man.
Man, they were.
Those were good years.
Yeah.
I mean, Zeke should have won that rookie of the year. We know who that was for.
Yeah.
You could stop that dang on that wide receiver screen ain't worked since that Pittsburgh game.
Oh my God!
That running back screen that Zeke took it ain't worked since that game.
That's the line.
Zeke took it to the house that Pittsburgh game. It ain't worked since.
Yeah.
Imagine
we were so. We were so. God.
We needed a first down, and Zeke scored a whole touchdown.
Zeke scored. Oh, that was the most amazing ending.
Yeah.
Me and my wife were jumping up and down. I made a video right after. I said, I was going off, man. Like, you all thought we was going to lose. Say.
Yeah. I thought we were really going that year, but I truly thought.
Let me ask y'all something. What was Zeke missing to? And don't take this the wrong way, but what was he missing so people could compare him to Emmett? What did Emmett have that Zeke didn't have?
That's a good question.
Two completely different style. Two completely different players.
Yeah.
I don't know if Zeke had the same. Emmett to me has way more heart than Zeke ever had. So I think that's a start. But also, I mean, that's two completely different styles.
Oh no.
I never saw
Zeke, man, but like
no, I agree with Eshaun just said. I've seen Zeke take himself out of a lot of games where I never saw Emmett go like this, take me out. You know what I'm trying to say? Two completely different runners, two completely style of bodies, and
that's what I want.
Two completely different offensive lines.
That's what I'm asking. Pretty much you and 80 when they ran the ball, and uncensored too. When they ran the ball, what was the difference in Emmett?
Oh, what's up, sis?
What's up, man?
What's up?
My fault, Chris. I was hollering on since.
Pretty good. Uncensored, you want to get your slogan in before we continue?
Yeah.
You don't have the energy, man.
The energy level's down, but put the kids to bed. Hide your wives, because uncensored is by.
So that's what I'm asking. I'm asking when they got the ball, what was the difference in their running game? What was the difference?
Emmett had probably the best vision and patience in football. He was a very smart running back. Emmett is he's the greatest rusher of all time. You can't take that away from him. I've always thought Emmett was top 5. Athletically, we all know that Emmett wasn't just the most athletic running back, but he was the smartest running back. He was very smart, and he had the vision and the patience to allow that line to do what they do, and boom. Even though we had the best offensive line in history, you still had to execute. You still had to have the ability to and the timing and the rhythm of an offensive line. Zeke, it was more obviously Zeke is faster. We can say Zeke is faster, breakaway. When Zeke broke, you wasn't catching him. Unless you were Dion or somebody, you know. But you weren't gonna catch him. Emmett would break and somebody would catch him, but Emmett had good agility. Emmett was probably one of the smartest running backs of all time. And that's why he's the leading rusher, because he had the offensive line and he was able to get in a rhythm with that offensive line and do his damn thing. Zeke was a guy that he had pretty good vision as well. He was a little bit more physical. I can't say he's more physical because Emmett played with a dislocated shoulder. So I don't even want to say that. It was a different breed. Like Savage just said, it was a different breed of athlete back then. Overall, I take Emmett over Zeke. But I think the only thing Zeke had was maybe the speed. But in Zeke in 2016, man, he was awesome. I give it to him. He was almost a complete back. He would get to that line and he would hit that hole so quick. He would turn negatives into positives. Remember that? I used to make videos about Zeke turning negatives into positives. Yeah. And man, it was sweet. It was beautiful, to watch. But that line really, really helped him. So it's tough. But Emmett was special, man. Emmett was the smartest and had the perfect vision for a running back.
Yeah.
What you think without trashing Emmett like you do?
I just, it's like I'm a big trenches guy. I always watch the trenches first when I watch both sides, offensive and defensive, especially when I'm doing guys, like when I'm going down, like looking at players. You can't. Before that, you had the Raiders O-line in the 70s, and then you had the Hogs, the Bears, the Redskins. But that Dallas O-line they played with a defensive mentality, that offensive line. They were just all bruisers. There was no technicians on that offensive line. They went out there and, excuse my language, beat you into the fucking ground. Bro. Yeah. And then when you were on the ground, Eric Williams would elbow you. You know what I'm trying to say? I used to love watching him take Michael Strahan, like the Undertaker, and he was just he called it the Cobra. And he would just lay a beating on Michael Strahan. And so you can't, it's just my 2 cents, you can't even compare that offensive line to 2014. I mean, let's be honest. If, like, we had AOL, Facebook, Instagram, all that now, if the Mark Tuinei story happened now, he's a Hall of Famer. He made the team as an undrafted free agent, spent 5 years as a defensive tackle, and then they say, yo, you're going to play left tackle. And there was never no tight end helping him. He was out there alone. So, then getting to, between Emmett and Zeke, I think Emmett took much better care of his body because Zeke broke down.
Exactly.
Yeah, he sure did. Good one.
Zeke broke down fast.
Yeah.
He was out of shape a couple of seasons.
And let me tell you something. Especially when you are an athlete, especially a skill player, you do not want to see fluctuations in weight. I'm telling you, it is so bad on ligaments and stuff like that, non-contact injuries.
Messed him up.
The big dudes, it's okay. You put on 30 pounds in the offseason, whatever, you work it off, you know what I'm saying? But the
Mhm.
skill positions, no, you don't want that on the tendons and the joints, man. So I think Emmett took better care of his body, and it was like I said, that offensive line. Yo, no joke, that offensive line, teams were taking our backups and giving them 30, 40 million dollar contracts back then. I mean, like crazy. They were taking
Yeah.
our backups.
Yeah.
So like you can't even compare the old lines. It was just
Yeah.
it was nasty.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Unpopular opinion. I think 2016, 2017 Zeke,
Hmm.
those 2 years were better than any 2-year span in Emmett's career.
Really? Wow.
Unpopular opinion, but Emmett over the course of his career was a better running back, and I'd say
Oh, of course, yeah.
in Zeke's downfall was his lack of discipline with his
Gotcha.
health and conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
What you said on Sunday? He took his ass to Cabo.
yeah,
No, he did.
but I think Zeke is the single season rushing leader for the Cowboys, if I'm not
I think
mistaken.
so. Yeah, you might be. Yeah.
I think that 2016, 2017 season, those 2
Yeah.
seasons, I struggle. I know Emmett led the league in rushing back to back years, but
Mhm.
I'm trying to play it all through my head. I think that those 2 years is probably the best rushing back to back years that we had in Cowboy history, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2016.
It looked different.
What
You
I-
did.
No,
and
true.
that
It
and
was
that
something
and
we
that
hadn't
was
seen in a while.
and that was behind an offensive line that Savage just said was less than the one that Emmett had.
They said DeMarco Murray got the single season.
Yeah, that's what
Hmm.
I didn't want to say nothing, but I'm like, yeah, he had that 1 year. He was
Marco
like,
Yeah, he
Murray
was.
He
He was running too.
And
He was running
DeMarco
too.
Murray was all time leader. I got an autograph baseball hat from him the year he broke the record.
oh, nice.
Mm.
It's sealed in a case.
Nice.
Everything.
Oh, that's cool.
I put it in one of those vacuum cases so it doesn't even get dust on it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That season, he had almost 500 touches that year, man.
Yeah.
I got videos on my channel in 2017
Hmm.
saying if Zeke don't stop, he gonna be like Earl Campbell. And I literally got
Yeah.
yeah, but
Right
Earl, I still, but I would still think I think Earl and Zeke are completely different.
no. I
I
meant how they. I
Earl
meant
was
they-
way bigger.
that shortened their careers.
No,
I
he's
think
just talking about
too much. He ran
That's-
into contact too much with his head down.
yeah.
You
Zeke
say
was
that.
very physical. He was very physical. Very physical. He went towards it. Yeah. He went towards that contact, man.
I was watching a podcast the other day with Mike Allstott, and
Ooh.
it
Pull
said
Oh,
he can't string a sentence together.
Wow.
Mike Allstott?
Mike Allstott.
Wow.
It was
Oh, I
on
didn't know
Boston-
that.
Boston with the boys. One guy, he was a former offensive lineman in the NFL.
Damn.
He can't, like, he's all slurred in his speech and
Oh
stuff.
no, not Mike.
That's sad to hear that, man.
That big old piece of run. He said that fumble against the Packers kind of sealed DeMarco Murray's fate.
Yep.
That was the last. Yeah, that fumble hurt.
Was it he banging Skandrick's girlfriend, or was it the other way around? 'Cause I know there was like issues.
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, seriously.
It was
I
Scandrick,
have no idea.
his girlfriend.
Okay,
Oh no.
that's what pisses.
Hey, that's what got Lucky Whitehead cut. He was inboxing Zeke woman.
Yo, that's what got Alden Smith traded out of at San Fran. What's the quarterback's name? What's the
I
quarterback's
forgot
name?
about all this shit.
Yes.
What was it? Kaepernick. Kaepernick
Cap.
started banging Alden
yeah.
Smith's girlfriend, so they traded him because Alden Smith was going to kill him. That's
Nick
what blows my
Dawg.
mind. There's millions
What's
of
up,
women
what's
out
up?
there.
What's up, man?
What's up, Nate? What's going on, bro?
Yeah,
Not much. Just wanted to pop in real quick.
Yeah, they got Zeke up out of Whitehead up out of here because he was inboxing Zeke girl at the time.
I didn't know that.
That's why they got rid of Whitehead. Whitehead, he wasn't doing no wrong. He was a good fill-in receiver, good kick
Yeah, he
return.
sure was. Yeah.
Star.
I just don't understand
Yeah.
why all of these dudes try to sleep on the same women.
I
Yeah.
never.
Ugh.
Insane.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
There are
Nasty, man.
so many beautiful women walking the face
Yes,
of this.
man.
Untouched too. I mean,
That's
Untouched.
disgusting, man.
Man, yeah.
it's gay to me, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're fascinated with this man that you want to have sex with the same one he had sex with.
Yo, they'll
Ugh.
go
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
the
same
same
thing.
hole.
Like that's a
They'll go in
turn
the
off.
same
Well,
hole
if
right
I know
after.
one of my friends smashed abroad, I'm like, okay, yo, God bless you, but I won't.
Yeah,
I
no,
won't
man.
smash her.
I could
That's
never,
crossing-
man.
That's a turn off. Man.
That's
Oh, that's
crossing the
nasty.
line. That's
That's
crossing
why
the line.
Trayvon Diggs thing. Why would you go right behind Bow Wow and Future and have babies by the same bro they got?
Yeah, man.
And you
What
got
is that about?
you got Stephon doing the same thing after Offset.
Yeah, man. Both of the Diggs brothers, man, are like
Who?
fucks.
Oh, Stephon. Stephon
Oh,
did.
Both of the Diggs brothers are
Yo,
extremely immature, man. Let's be
yo,
honest.
and now
no
Trayvon.
offense, but
That's why
Cardi B
Trayvon
is
went down there, depressed in Florida, and Parson went down there. You got
Mm,
that pregnant, bought her that $250,000 car, she broke up with you. Get ready for
mm.
18 child support, buddy. You better wait longer than you
Yeah.
because you got Future and Bow Wow on child support. Now you next, you idiot.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I personally, it would be very hard for me to start a family with a woman that is child support
Ew.
mindset
Yeah.
because one, I want to be around my kids,
Uh-huh.
and I don't feel like I need to pay child support for you to be around your kids when you have them, and I shouldn't have to. Like, we both take care of our kids, but the fact that these women immediately run to child support before the baby even is born, most of
Yeah.
the time. They're trying to get laws passed where you have to pay child support to support the mother while she's pregnant.
I saw that. I saw that.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Yeah, man. Fuck that.
I saw that. Yeah. Oh, girl. Soon as she realized she was pregnant by Trayvon, she dumped him.
Yo, Anthony Edwards changed the game. He wrote her one check, 18 years, done. So she couldn't go because Anthony Edwards is still in his rookie contract, and she had a plan to go back and re-up once his contract went up. So he dumped 18 years and said, "All right, it's done." Wrote her a
That's
check,
the
all of it.
that's the basketball player, right?
Yeah, the Timberwolves
Okay.
basketball player.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
But how much was
Wow.
that check? How much was that?
It was over $1 million. It was. Trust me, it was a fraction of what he's about to get paid. on
Oh,
his
of
next
course.
contract.
Yeah. Right. They are all their money guaranteed.
Blow that
Let
money
you
within
know
5
it's
years.
about the money for her because she wanted that $1 million. They let you know it's about the money.
Well,
course.
Man, I
and
can't.
when she agreed to the check, she didn't understand that she wasn't able to go back to the well.
But I was just gonna say, I guarantee you, let's say in 5 years, she blows the money, she can reopen.
But she
that.
gonna blow
I'm
that way
telling
before
you,
5 years.
It could be every people think like prenups even are not foolproof, bro. No,
Nah.
yo, I know dudes that married the most banging, hottest Brazilian broads. They had them sign prenups. They just had two. I knew one kid. He had 2 kids with one. They went to court. She's net okay. Then he goes. The marriage didn't work out. So she gets an attorney. She starts banging the attorney. They go to court. She goes, "I'm from a third world country. I don't know what I was signing. I didn't know what I was giving away." The judge said, "No problem." Bam, and he got fucked.
And there is a set time frame that you have to give a prenup before a wedding. You can't spring it on them last minute. It won't hold up in court.
Yeah.
Prenups are not foolproof. You got to
No.
get them videotaped.
Nah,
to these
prenups
days.
get broken all the
Yeah.
time, man.
Like, let's say like you're at a certain pay, and then it goes crazy higher. You can listen. The longer you go without it be like, the better chances you have.
Yeah.
You know, the funniest shit ever. There was Patterson, New Jersey. Patterson's a shithole, right? It's a bad area, right? There was the dude, like he owned a bodega. He hit for like 90 million. Yo, no joke. Like 12 women came out and was like, "Yo, this is your kid. This is your kid. This is your kid." He ran to Atlantic City and he said, he said he gambled like 70 million away. He said he lost like 70 million.
Wow. Oh, damn.
I would have just left the country.
Double-digit women.
Completely lost the full 70 million?
Well, that's what I would have said. I said
There is not a
I was
country
rolling
you
dice.
can't. There's
What
not
are
a
you gonna
country
do?
in the world if you got $70 million that you can't migrate to. They will
Yeah,
all
man.
take you.
Yeah, right. Complete waste of money, man. Fuck that,
I'd have chartered a private jet and flew some like
man.
Cote d'Ivoire somewhere where you can't get extradited.
I ain't
What,
gonna
what would you do with that? You gotta like tell one. You got to have so much confidence in one of your family members and say, "Yo, you
You
cash
can't trust
this out."
family when you get
You
$70
know, I
million.
agree. Your family will mess you around. Will
Man.
screw you worse.
Yo,
Believe me, man.
you can't trust your own mama when you come into that type of money. There are people's mothers who will screw over their own kids for $1.
Yeah,
Bro, I've seen
Believe me.
people's houses get cleared out during the funeral, man. I swear to
Mhm.
God. It's
Yeah.
sad.
No.
No, I agree with you, man.
What's up, Fifth?
Man,
What happened, man?
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I ain't really seen no improvement on the defensive front.
No,
Hell no.
no, of
Hey.
course not.
You're not gonna see that until they gotta go full speed against somebody that want to put them on their ass. You're not gonna see that in training camp. You're not gonna see it in mini camp. They don't practice that way no more.
Yep. And at this point, our defensive tackle room is nasty bad, man.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah, our defensive tackle room is disgusting, man.
I think you're only allowed to hit 11 times in training camp. How
But
bad?
they consider hitting, wearing full pads, and bumping up against each other.
And bumping, I was about to say,
You're
They're not tackling.
You're right.
yeah. I don't even think main practices go full speed that much anymore, really.
Most of them are non-contact, where they just got to reach out and you see them, they tap each other on the hips, and they let
Like besides signing Osa, what do we do?
Nothing. That's the point. That's entirely the point.
we put some rookies in.
You
Yeah.
got to hope the kid from UCLA, Jay Toria, is a
yeah.
stud. That's
Oh,
your only hope. But then you got the other kid from Maryland. Solomon Thomas, they're blowing him up like, bro, the dude's a top 5. The guy's a bust, man. He was a top 5 pick in the NFL. He went from San Fran to the Jets. He's in crazy shape. Yeah, great. But
Looks like Dak.
I mean, like, you know, that's like, okay, let's put a Mr. Olympium in the middle if he's going to stop.
Right.
You know, like,
That corner tell it. When we got it, corner watched him just like Big fella claimed he watched every George Pickens snap.
No, he did not.
Yo, I tried to get on that stream so bad.
Man.
I wanted to call his ass out.
Man.
He did not watch a George Pickens snap. He is a liar.
And he said it with such confidence as if, like, you know.
Well,
when
I knew he lied. Anytime you have to preface your statement,
Yep.
like he was saying, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a friend that is Pittsburgh stuff. Just say yes or no.
Yeah, that's it. That's not. There's no need to like
if you ask me that, I go, yeah, man. I watch every snap. Me and my boy, we watch every Steeler game together. That's all you got to do. That prefacing stuff is trying to set up to make the lie believable.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's in a truth, there's no hesitation to something that simple as a yes or no question.
Yeah,
it's not complicated.
Even Savage asked him if he ran lazy routes, and he was like, "No."
Yeah, and that's the number one knock on him out of Pittsburgh. The number one knock on him.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And he'll vanish for like 3. He'll have a great game, and then he'll vanish for like 4 to 5 games at a clip.
But he was responsible for, I think, 2 interceptions in one game because he was supposed to do a go route or something like that, and he got jammed at the line and gave up. But Russell had already launched the ball.
Right. Now, I remembered that guy from a couple of Talking Crazies a couple of months back or something, because the first words out of his mouth was, "I'm a Dacaroni." So I remembered him from that. That was the very first. He didn't say hi or nothing. He just straight up said, "I'm a Dacaroni," and that was it.
Can't gonna be in the Webster dictionary.
Man,
my new thing is, if you say something stupid, I'm not talking to you.
Yes.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Preach.
When that man said that he would take Micah over TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, I said, "Oh no, I'll never."
Yeah. Now, the stupidest thing that he said in that show, of the myriad of stupid things he said, was taking Zach Martin over Nate Newton. I was like, that is fucking retarded, man. I'm sorry.
That's because he didn't watch Nate Newton play. He never watched Nate Newton play.
And that's crazy. I mean, he said he's a cat from the 60s or 70s or something he said on that show.
Yeah, that's what I just didn't understand.
Yeah.
Bro,
I don't
I've
get
seen
that.
I've seen Newton move Charles Haley when Charles Haley was on San
Nate
Fran.
Newton was a
I've
different.
seen Nate Newton destroy Jerome Brown, who deserves
Yeah,
to be in
he's-
the Hall of Fame, and it ain't his fault he got killed in a car accident.
Yeah.
I've seen Nate Newton destroy Refrigerator Perry. You know what I'm trying to
And
say?
that Newton
Like,
was a beast.
So
Man,
y'all
that's
gotta call
insane.
call out these YouTubers when they say that I've been a fan since XYZ.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
a difference. There are a lot of casual fans, and I think a lot of these dudes have started to watch more Cowboy games because they see a YouTube stream and a presence from it. But back in the 80s and 90s, they were casually watching this. You know, people don't even realize a lot of the games weren't even played live on TV. They were tape delayed.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So I think a lot of people were casual fans of the Cowboys in the 90s. They kept up with them, but they didn't sit there like people do now and they just, I'm not doing anything while the Cowboys are on TV. That's not how, you know, the NFL wasn't as big as it is now. It was
I don't know
that was the
came out.
boom. The 80s and 90s was the boom of
Right.
the modern NFL.
Right.
But I remember getting DirecTV like the year 2000. I don't know. I don't remember. Or 2002, maybe 2001. That was around when I got DirecTV.
Yeah. No, but that makes sense, to be honest. I think a lot of them are casual fans. I mean, you can tell by the way they talk.
They didn't watch them. Like, there's no way you can say that you watch Zach Martin and the style of play that he had and the nastiness and tenacity that Nate Newton played.
Yeah.
And say that
No, Nate Newton was. I didn't even see it, and I know better. That's stupid stuff, man. I'm sorry.
They're desperate.
Yeah, Martin's a technician. Two completely like he one's a technician, one's a mauler. Well, I'm not taking away one from other, but you can't.
No, and the way they make it seem like if you like Nate Newton, then you saying Zach Martin wasn't good. That's not true. That's not the same thing. Like you cannot speak bad about somebody's favorite Cowboy without them taking it as, oh, you just trying to say he wasn't good. It's like no, but we had better players in the past.
You're gonna laugh. I think Flozell is crazy underrated, especially because not many people notice he was deaf in his right ear.
Oh, I did not know.
And he's left tackle. And then people would get on him when he would go off sides. And I'm like, listen, you stupid bastard. He's deaf in his right ear.
Yeah.
Well, he was anticipating the snap. That's because it was a half a second later traveling across so that he can actually hear it.
If Dallas would have left him at right tackle for his entire career, he's in the Hall of Fame.
No, I mean, if you just pay attention to that guy when we was doing that show on Corner Show, just watch him when you and me, Savage, would bring up Dak and Micah, you can visibly see he was getting pissed. Like just by the name, like just by us bringing up the names. That was it.
I just think would die on any to be right. They would die on any hill just to be right. And it's so bad. It's so bad to when you say stuff like that, to say, oh, when Parsons came back from an injury, he was playing like his hair was on fire. No, he wasn't.
Right. He straight up said with a straight
No, he
face
wasn't. He wasn't playing like that, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand the adding extras on players just because it's your team.
Because you like them.
I literally don't see, and I could be wrong, maybe because I just don't watch them, but I just don't see other channels holding this team accountable.
Nah, they
I
don't.
just
No, they
see-
don't.
At least in this fan base, they don't. Yeah.
I don't understand, man. Listen, man. Like I said, the moment that telling lies and fabricating things like everything will be all right results in wins, I'll be the first one on here lying.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me he lying to the fan base equal wins, I will get up here and tell them any lie.
Yeah.
I will be the first one, boy. Listen, I'll go buy that jersey. I'll get it custom made and have Dakota going down the sleeve.
I got a question for you guys. Why is it that we lose one player on either side of the ball and that side of the ball ceases to be able to function?
Right, man. That's crazy.
That's like that even during the season.
Yeah, you lost Micah Parsons on the defense, and all of a sudden nobody can get a pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Tony Pollard in a playoff game, and the offense just fell apart.
Yeah, we scored 3 points after that, I think.
And then you get other teams like the Eagles who can got Nick Foles that come in after they lost he was on an MVP run.
Yep. And they win the
They
Super Bowl.
lost their quarterback and they win a Super Bowl. Kurt Warner wins a Super Bowl when theirs go down. Tom Brady wins a Super Bowl when his go down. Those are, outside Nick Foles, those two Hall of Fame quarterbacks. But you see teams lose quarterbacks and they're still competitive. And for us, we lose a player on one side, like Sean Lee went down, and it just the front of our defense just became ass.
Yeah,
when he went down.
It's the same thing when we would constantly lose Tyron Smith and stuff. The offense was completely shut down. It just completely stopped functioning after that point.
I don't understand that. Like, why is this team built like that where other guys can't? And I understand you people are going to get injured.
It's the reality
do you
of
think
football,
it's the team,
man.
or do you think it's coaching? Because Mike Tomlin's a perfect example.
I
He can go through
have
7
been-
quarterbacks and still make the playoffs.
I have been blaming the coaches for years. I keep saying I think coaching is a bigger problem than the players. We have not developed lower level talent in a long time.
Yep.
Well, that's in Will McClay we trust.
Man.
Overrated.
Forever, the Cowboys do not put stock in backups.
No,
They don't.
I was about to
The
say that.
starters go down. They like, who next? Chad Green, get out there, boy.
Yeah, man.
They don't put stock in the Jason Garrett. I said this years ago. Jason Garrett preferred talent that already knew how to play on that level.
Yep.
Yeah.
If he had to train you up, it was over. If they had
Yep.
to get you right, it was over. They like guys that came in system ready.
Yep.
They really
Lazy.
it's kind of like what teachers did. The teachers paid more attention to the people that learned at her pace.
Yep.
Everybody else had to catch up, or they sent you to that other class, and y'all know what that other class is. But everybody that learned on the pace of the teacher was teaching, they're the ones that she catered to.
Yeah.
Everybody else, that's how this organization function, man. If you already know the system, you're keeping up, that's who they talking to. Everybody else, hey man, just hopefully our starters don't go down and we won't need you. Think about when Romo went down in 15. It was a disaster.
Oh yeah. What was it, 4-12? Was it 4-12? I think it was 4-12.
I
Yeah, we
swear
had
to God.
Yeah.
I swear to God, we were so bad in high school. We had a teacher, he was diabetic, and he had a glass of water on a table. He left the class a second. A kid went up and poured like a pound of sugar in it, bro.
Oh, fuck.
We were so bad. We were tired, like 3 teachers. We were so bad. We were.
That's a bit. That's a bit fucked, man. I can't lie.
Today we would be going to jail. 100%.
Y'all wouldn't did that if y'all had old boy from that movie The Substitute. Folks don't remember that. That's a classic.
The best was when Alvin Mack from the program, he hands him the key back for the bathroom at the end of the movie.
Oh,
That's
the
the best
program,
part.
yeah.
Oh, that was my movie right there. That got me crunk for football season, boy.
That was the.
Man.
I got Latimer's jersey. I got that, man. But Mac is a cool jersey too. You can buy them, man.
Mac, yeah, they was some.
That's how they do though. Like they want you to come in system ready. Jason Garrett function like that, man. Everybody else
Mm-hmm.
they just get there. Look when Dez went down, bro. We went from Devon Street to Bryce Butler. We was just trying stuff.
Yep.
We had nobody. They don't.
Yeah.
And that's one of our biggest problems. We have depth, but they don't do nothing with them, and they pick anybody. It be anybody.
Because them bullshit.
It was a disaster when Tyron Smith went out. Byron Bell, for real? Byron
Yeah, that
Bell?
was awful.
But that's also like a combination of all these bad contracts where you
That's what I was just about to say.
spend money on a good backup.
Yeah.
You have all these. Let's be honest. When
That's the problem.
Can we ever say, "Yo, we had a good contract"? We
That's
always
the
get.
best.
So
Yeah.
No, man. It's. I think it's entirely a lot. Not entirely, but a lot of it is coaching, man, for sure. I mean,
It's them bogus ass contracts, man.
it is.
That's why you got to balance that shit out, man. I know that's hard to do nowadays, but you got to balance it out.
Cowboys Corner, what's up?
what's up?
What's up, man?
Look at Corner.
What's going on? Dude, I just got done. I got out of the shower. I'm about to go to bed. Diana turned on the YouTube on the TV. Said, "Oh, DJ's live." I said, "Let me go check it out."
Look at Corner.
It did. It did happen with Sean Lee too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It did. We brought Justin Durant back.
Oh, good lord,
We brought old man Justin Durant back.
man.
Didn't we
just-
bring back? Who's the guy we brought back last year? Damian Wilson or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Malcolm Smith also.
Yep.
Almost there, yeah.
We had Robert Turbin on our running back in our running back room.
Yeah, the retread is crazy.
Yeah, man.
They just and that's one of their problems. They don't put stock, time, and work in their backups, and that's why when our starters go down, we stink. And like you said, it's just a good point. One person go down on either side of the ball, it be over.
Yep.
It be
That is-
over. It's literally like that.
Facts.
Seriously,
Those are facts.
No, for
that's
sure.
terrible, man. How is that even a thing, bro? Like I've seen teams win Super Bowls with backups or even get them there.
Green Bay
Yeah.
had 21 starters on injury reserve and won a Super Bowl that year against Pittsburgh.
And
Giants
then
did
coaches,
it.
and then
Giants did it.
it is like that. And then coaches play a big part in that too, because when you're a bad coach, you ain't good enough. Look what Belichick did with Matt Castle before Brady came back. You know, they got Matt Castle. He went and got paid by Kansas City.
He
for
got
that
Jimmy
one
G
year he
paid
had
too.
in New England
Yeah,
when
Jimmy
Brady
G.
went down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So coaching plays a big part in that too, man. And I just don't. This organization, man. Like I hate to say it, Jerry gonna always call the shots, baby. It don't matter.
Oh, you already know. That's my
Jerry
entire thing.
always what goes on. That's how Jerry Jones rolled, man. He gonna always say it, bro. He's the only GM we see that much. We don't landing his helicopter on the practice field. What are you doing? Why are you out there?
We know he calls the shots, but we all know he doesn't watch these players or scout these players. So how does he really do it? Does he flip a coin? That's what I don't get. Or who's in his ear telling him?
It'll be Steven, more than likely. That's what I would think. At
Or
least.
McClay.
Yeah, Steven and McClay, man, it's either or with those two fucking guys.
On a question for you, if Parsons or CeeDee Lamb don't fall to us, where are we?
Oh shit.
Right, that's a good question, man.
It's a real good question. Well, we traded back. Parsons fell to us, but we traded back, and that's how we got Tyler Biadasz.
Okay, Paul. That was a good one.
But I don't know. That's a real good question. I think Amari Cooper stays? I think Amari Cooper finishes out his contract,
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
and Dan Quinn has to find a new weapon.
Yeah,
I don't know what weapon that would be, but
right.
I mean, that's what it'd be a player trade. Maybe we
Bland.
signed. No, here it is. we traded or we signed Von Miller. Remember when he hit the free agent market?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We keep Amari Cooper and we get Von Miller.
He went to the Rams.
He went
Jerry
to the
don't
Bills.
sign big defensive
Bills.
free agent.
Yeah, he would not have signed
Mhm.
Von Miller, man. Who's the other?
Not since prime.
But you got to remember, Michael is not here.
He
But
didn't
even
do
still,
it before.
he wouldn't sign Von Miller, man. I don't.
He signed the legendary Dolphins player Zach Thomas. He will sign.
Maybe Randy
older
Gregory
players.
would be here also.
That was after his prime.
I was
Exactly.
only 1 year. He was like 5'8" by then. He started out like 5'9", 5'10", but your discs compressed. He was like 5'8", 5'9". We only had Zach for 1 year.
Yeah,
he's
it was 1 year.
way past his prime.
He was done.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
what bothers me the most, and we've talked about this before. Uncensored always, stresses the point of, and Savage too. In a sense, how can you build with 1 year guys? How can you build a team with 1 year guys? And Savage always add, you do that when you're a couple guys away. Well, what the Cowboys do this like we're always 1 or 2 guys away. And like you just said, Robert Quinn came here, balled out, and got paid. We might be looking at the same thing with Pickens. He might put up numbers and go get his check somewhere.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
I have a fear he will.
I hate that. I hate we getting these 1 year guys like they the problem solvers when the issue is way bigger. I hate them. I wish we would just, and I don't know. And Corner, you don't feel like we're in a rebuild neither. I don't understand. This thing is terrible. It's not. This is a rebuild. We are rebuilding. This team is rebuilding. You cannot say that when only person here from the past is Dak.
It's Dak.
You can. Yeah, you can when you're trying to sell a product to a thirsty fan base.
And those 3, 12, and 5 seasons, how many people are here from those seasons? 3, 4?
Right.
Out of a 53-man roster? Maybe 4?
Yeah.
Everybody else is gone. How is it not a rebuild?
Yeah,
you got Dak from the old regime and 3 or maybe 4 people from the 12 and 5 seasons out of the 53-man roster.
Right.
That's it. This is a rebuild.
Right.
And even if we sign Pickens, Bland will be gone, Ferguson will be gone.
Oh yeah, they gonna go on with their lives. Bland ain't gonna stick. He probably won't stick around, man. Because them guys, they dogs before the injuries. They dogs. They want to win.
Number one priority next offseason.
He broke the pick 6 record, man.
Number one priority this next offseason is Tyler Smith. Over Bland and everybody else, you have to get Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you got to get him. Yeah,
he's the anchor.
That is an all-pro guard.
Yep.
Hall of Fame career path. You have to sign.
But how can an organization have the top paid player at every position?
Yeah, it won't be possible that way.
Stupid.
Yeah. That's why this Dak contract is fucked.
It is a good and a bad problem. If you got players that are warranted to be in the conversation to be the top paid, then you should be able to compete, hopefully in the playoffs. But for some reason, these guys are lighting up the boards and playing well in the season, and then the playoffs come and they fall off a cliff.
Right. Yeah. But I think, even the players just completely collapsing in the playoffs. That's entirely here goes this word again, culture thing with this entire organization. Because for some reason, it's routine with all of our players that whenever the biggest games come, they just are never at their best when their best is needed. Almost all players, if we really look at it, honestly. So
we can't get rid of OG. He signed. We got him for the next 2 years or whatever. We can't get rid of him. We stuck with Prescott, man. So
we're stuck with him. We're stuck with him.
And you definitely not getting CD for a second contract. CD leaving.
Yeah. 2027, you can get rid of that. Not before.
Yep. 2027.
2027, man.
That's another 3 years.
This is a rebuild, and you got the same old crack block. So every part you finna put on, this block still cracked, so the engine's still gonna lose power, and it's not gonna run good.
I agree.
It's just not, and it's a rebuild, man. Everything's gone. Everybody's gone. They're all gone, man. This is a rebuild. We want to say it's not to make us feel good, to make us say, no, it's not. We got a chance. Only thing we got a chance is building on what we got now and trying to make that better. Because every other team is already put together. We got rookies. We got guys, first-year guys. We got trade. This team is just all, I don't know what.
It's like he did it on purpose. Like I said, remember I said that. I said it feels like he did it on purpose to get back at us, to show us that y'all pissed off at me. Okay, but y'all gonna still run through my raggedy ass doors when the season open. That's what he gonna do, and we're going to do it. Not us on this panel, but our fan base. Look how we are on here. Everybody want to be right about shit. Everybody know it all, but we ain't won a Super Bowl in 30 years.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody want all the subscribers, all this, be the number one fan, but we haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. Jerry knows that. So he's going to use that against us. Jerry knew what he's doing, man. He signed Dak on purpose. He gave him that contract on purpose. He don't care about winning, man.
Definitely.
Everybody, all the Cowboy fans that think we're going to win, think we're going to do this, guys, I said it. I said that I'm going to say it again. And hopefully this is the last time. It's going to be about 3 or 4 years, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be about 3. So just get ready. Be patient. Be even more patient than you've been since 2016. Be more patient because it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
And that's why like Fit, I'm using the same tone. The same tone. I'm going to use it when the season starts. They're not getting no more.
Yeah.
They're not getting no more of my energy like that no more, man. I can't do it. I'm getting too old. I just am, man. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be that fly on the wall And I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna even say I don't have to say I told you. So they're gonna do it for me. They're gonna do it for me. They're like I've been saying, the Dallas Cowboys are ranked number 1 on finding a way to fuck some shit up. But they got a product that still sells. That's still number 1. That's all they care about.
They got that blue magic.
That's it.
I got
Everybody.
So that'll change. That right there will change your perspective on all these rookies, the draft, all that stuff. You put that second, but think about this. Well, think about what I just said first.
Yeah.
right. Corner, why don't you feel like that the organization is in like a full legitimate rebuild? What makes you think they're not, in your opinion?
Okay. I'm gonna break this down, and it should be pretty simple.
Okay.
We said we're in a rebuild mode. Then we said we got too many players to play. How can you pay all your top players? Then we say we got all these top players, but yet we're going to have a losing season because we're in a rebuild. Can someone connect the dots for me on that?
Yeah. So the players that I said I didn't mention we got to pay the top players, but I can explain it because I know what Savage meant. The top players you got to pay is the players that I said were a part of those 12-5 seasons, and that would be Bland, Tyler Smith, guys like that are coming up. And you can't what they would want. It don't take but a couple players to hurt your salary cap. You don't got to pay 6 players to hurt your salary cap when you got Dak and CD already chewing it up. Oh, and Parsons was also part of those 12-5. So that's Bland, Parsons, and Tyler Smith at 3 positions that will, demand a lot of money on top of giving Dak and CD what you're giving them already. So it only takes a few players to hurt your salary cap. So it ain't like we got 6 top players. It only takes a couple to, hurt the cap.
Yeah.
Okay, but we just named 5 players, 5 decent players.
Yeah.
Dak, CD, Bland, Tyler Smith, and Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So those 5 players aren't big enough to make a big impact to win games.
No. Are you serious?
Need more help.
Wait, how would Tyler Smith at left guard be impactful to winning games?
Pass blocking and run blocking.
Sir, you need a whole offense.
You did say we didn't need a running game.
Connor. You need a whole offensive
You got to go
line.
back to the context, Savage. It's simple to understand context. It really is. Just like whatever you said about Dante Fowler's sacks, there was more context that you wanted to add, right? So there's context to everything. So we can bring up stupid shit, but don't ignore context. All right, let's go on with the show. I'm not going to talk about that damn
It's
video.
not stupid shit, but
But how can we go from
when I stick with a subject, I stick with it.
you just try to change the subject?
No,
you just try
I
to
stay
change the
with it.
subject.
If I'm saying I'm ordering a roast beef sandwich, it's a roast beef sandwich. The next week, I don't say it's chicken. I stick whatever I say to. I stick with it. If not,
Right.
pull me out on it.
Okay. So anyway, but if we have so many players that we got to play,
No,
how are we in a rebuild?
it's not so many. It only takes a few to screw up a salary cap. Dak and CD already has a chunk of that.
Yeah.
Bland, Tyler Smith, and offensive linemen, we know what they make. And Micah alone.
Oh my God, it's a wrap.
Micah alone, we know what that's going to mean.
It's a wrap.
So we're looking at 3 to 4 players on top of Dak, who's got a big piece of the pie, and CD that's looking to get paid.
But when do you have to pay them?
Pay who?
All these players.
So
Do you have to pay them next year, or do we have to pay them now?
I'm trying to see how we equating this to the rebuild, the money.
Right. But right now, this team, right next year, I can say, yeah, this looks like a rebuilding year because Bland's probably going to leave. I'm not concerned about next year. I can give 2 fucks about next year. I'm concerned about this year in a game that we haven't even played yet. This year.
Okay.
How is this year, 2025 Dallas Cowboys, a rebuild team if you got all these big players demanding big money?
Well,
Connect
see,
the dots.
you brought up the money again. So when you say all these big players, again, we're still talking about 5 players on that's not all are even on the same side of the ball when there are 11 guys on the field. Tyler Smith can't win a game by himself. It takes a whole offensive line. Michael Parsons can't win a game by himself. DaRon Bland can't win a game by himself. So just because you got 5 players on the team that are top players, in my opinion, they're all top players, that don't mean they can equate to winning games. Like that's not how it works.
So answer me, riddle me this then, Batman. How many top players are on the 31 other teams then?
I don't know. I don't understand the question.
So it's saying just because we got these top 5 that the rest of the roster can't contribute. Is that what we're saying?
No, we're trying to say a few players' bad contracts affects everyone else's.
No. That wasn't my point at all. My point was the reason I felt like we were in a rebuild because everybody that I feel, most of the people I felt contributed to those years are gone, and you only have a handful of those guys left. When we were doing those 12 and 5, Tyron Smith was right there beside Tyler Smith, helping him, block. Zach Martin was still there blocking. Trayvon Diggs and DaRon Bland were out there together. We don't know when Trayvon is coming back, if he'll be traded. We don't know that. Michael Parsons had help. So all these guys that I'm saying are still there had guys that had their back. It was a 1-2 punch at all those positions. Parsons ain't got D-Law no more. Tyler Smith don't have Tyron Smith, and we saw how that panned out with Tyler Smith, I mean. You know what I'm saying? We see how Bland came back last year, whether it was an injury or just a setback, Al Harris. I don't know. But what we can say, those guys that helped those guys be that good, well, not be that good, but complimented those guys, are gone. And it showed last year when Mo Stone was gone. So that's why I say we're in a rebuild, because everybody that I figured that contributed to those 12 and 5 seasons, those guys no longer have their partner, because you didn't just have to worry about Parsons. You had to worry about D-Law. You didn't just have to worry about Bland. You also had to worry about Trayvon Diggs. You didn't just have to worry about Tyler Smith. You had to worry about Tyron. So I'm just saying a lot of those pieces are gone that contributed to those 12 and 5. And I feel like these guys alone just don't make up the slack or pick up the slack where we lost other key players from. So that's why I feel like we're in a rebuild. I'm just not equating it to money.
And I mean, we have content creators that say, oh, let's put Tyler Smith in his contract year. Let's move him to left tackle. That would make perfect Dallas sense. So we have to pay him double. It doesn't matter. I like looking to next year. Franchise tag probably be cheapest on a kicker or Ferguson for next year. I'm just trying to look ahead. If Ferguson was just injured and he does rebound, if he doesn't rebound, we're moving on from him.
Yeah, I've been and even that right there, we had multiple wide receivers that was out there contributing. Ferguson out there by himself just wasn't looking so hot. So do you trust Ferguson this year, coming off a year where he scored no touchdown with another tight end that don't compliment him? Are they going to play Schoonmaker more? Because last year he didn't do good. You said yourself, sometimes when Schoonmaker was out there, he looked a little better than Ferguson did. You said Schoonmaker had a better connection with Cooper Rush. But Cooper Rush ain't here no more.
Right, yeah. So, all right, so we're going to say players left and we haven't done enough to offset what we lost. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying I feel like we're in a rebuild mode because a lot of those pieces that make that engine run those 3 years are gone. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So give me the pieces that left that made the engine run.
Well, on the defensive side, you got D-Law gone. You got Trayvon Diggs, who might not even be here. You got Tyron Smith, who's gone. You got Zach Martin, who's pretty much a shell of himself. He's gone. We got whole new running backs this year. I don't know what the linebacker core is, but I know they aren't the one that was here those 12 and 5. None of those linebackers out there was here those 12 and 5.
Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis is gone.
Jordan Lewis gone. Yeah.
A lot of those pieces are gone. It's at least 10 guys. At least 10
And
of
he-
those guys are gone.
And he was a solid. He was a solid nickel DB too.
Let me ask
Man.
one question.
Okay.
Is anyone concerned that our linebackers are bigger than our defensive ends? Is anyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
4-2-5 defense.
We don't know what Overshown career gonna be. It's just
Yeah.
and he wasn't even here those 12 and 5s anyway. Who I don't
Mm-mm.
they're
Okay.
I
gone.
want to see him 26.
These people
Okay.
are gone.
Okay. Hold up. Okay. Overshown, absolutely. We don't know what Overshown is. Okay. You bring up Zach Martin, but yet you wanted Zach Martin off the team a year ago.
I
So-
said who was already a
so-
I said those 12 and 5s.
So Tyler Booker,
Uh-oh.
from the last time we seen Zach Martin, from the way we talked about Zach, well, not me, but the way you guys talked about Zach Martin, Tyler Booker should be able to replace Zach Martin pretty easly.
No,
The way
you
we
can't-
talked about
you can't
Tyron
do
Smith,
that. You can't.
the way we talked about Tyron Smith, it seems like we could replace him pretty easily. All right.
Oh.
Trayvon Diggs, I don't know. Maybe. I've been telling you guys that Jordan Lewis is a dog for the past 6 years, and y'all told me he wasn't. So that should be easy to replace.
Who said
And then D-Law. You gotta watch. I'm sure Nate Dogg will have the clips. Then D-Law on the subject. What are we praising D-Law for? Because we've trashed D-Law on this on the multiple shows for many years, so he should be easily replaced. So I'm trying to wrap my head around
Okay.
what pieces we lost.
Okay, but part of it also, don't you think, is the division, the rest of the division getting much better? And is that not common sense or no?
That's
So are we moving goalposts now? Or are we talking about the 2025
No,
Cowboys?
I know you don't watch any other football but Dallas, but do we have,
God
let's
damn.
be honest. Yo, the fucking Redskins went out, traded for Laramie Tunsil, then get Conley, first round. So boom, they got two monster tackles. And we got 200, and both of our edges are 245. We think we're going to
Look
beat
at that.
the Redskins this year? Or the Philadelphia Eagles?
Are we talking about the 2025 Cowboys, or is this an NFC East show? What are we doing?
It has to be all together.
I'm just here so
What
I
are we
know
doing?
you're fine.
Yes. I'm with you, Eddie.
All right, then those are the old players, right? So then the new linebackers, could they be better than old Zeke and 1,000-yard Rico Dowdle? I don't know. That's a good point, right? I mean, that's a good question mark. New line, the Florida Gator guy, and Maris Luafau. I don't know. We'll see what we got there, right? But, did you like Kendricks? Kendricks is gone. I don't think you like Kendricks very much, so that should be easy to replace. All right, so when you boil this down to, I mean, we got questions at running back, and we don't know what Trayvon Diggs and Overshown are going to look like.
So I'm not debating with nobody, man. Listen,
No
We got a
questions at left
bottom
tackle or right
bottom
tackle?
line is see
A solid team.
this is the whole thing that goes back to I want to be right.
But this is the problem.
This
Our
is not
fan
want to be
base
right,
thinks
man.
we're
Is
gonna
Fitz
just
not talking or
slide.
not?
We're
Was
going to
Fitz not
slide
talking?
Tyler Booker. We're just going to slide Tyler Booker into right guard. And listen, it's possible he could be a 10-year guard. He could be a 10-year Pro Bowler. He could be not. But when he was at Alabama and your quarterback is a running back, you're going to look much better pass blocking when your quarterback was a running back versus now he has to block for Dak, who can't even get out of his own way. So I'm
Okay.
not throwing it all on him.
But
And
roast
both
beef
of our
sandwich.
tackles
Don't
were
get.
question marks.
But roast beef sandwich. What was your take on Zach Martin last year?
For when he played,
Yeah.
wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan.
So Tyler Booker is at the same level as that, or is he a little better than that? What's your take?
He wasn't my number one guard.
Well, what number was he?
He was my two. He was my
So
two.
so just because he's not your number one guard, he's just not that good.
Because my ones and everyone else had left tackle. And
So you
guard.
say ones for first round picks, or you saying twos for second round picks?
No,
What
he
or
was
is it
just strictly a guard to me.
number two guard?
He was my number 2 guard. Yes.
Who's that?
Because he's strictly a guard. And where other guys had tackle and guard flex. Listen, he can come out and be better than Zach Martin. But also when there's bad contracts, that affects other people. And when the division gets, this isn't the old Redskins anymore. This isn't the old Giants anymore. The division has gotten better. Do we expect the Eagles? Could the Eagles have a Super Bowl slump? It's possible. If Barkley goes down, it's possible, but they had another great draft. I see
that's the thing. Like you literally trying to make your point, but you're making my point because you're sitting there naming all new players, which means we are in a rebuild. Why would you even say? Because I said I said Zach Martin was past his prime. It was time to go. That doesn't, and you said that means Tyler Booker should be better than him.
And wasn't everyone hyped on Bob Hoffman last year? I'm just saying, was it? I guess that wasn't a reach.
Why would that mean Tyler Booker? Why would I ever say Tyler Booker, who never played an NFL snap, is better than Zach Martin? So
because the way you were talking about Zach Martin at the end of that at the end of the year.
That's why it's hard to debate you, man, because you just make up stuff. I've gave his flowers. This Hall of Fame right guard. But because I say it's past his prime, it's time for him to go home and he
to retire. Yeah,
I said it was time for him to go because he did his thing. That does not equate to me saying, and people smart enough in the chat to know how you try to manipulate things. That does not me saying Tyler Booker is better than him.
Mm-mm.
Actually, Tyler Booker coming in as a rookie right guard establishes more of me saying this is a rebuild because he's new. So it's a rebuild if you got a new guard. That is, is that not a rebuild?
Okay.
Help me out, please. No, let me finish. That's a rebuild. That is a rebuild. If you look at that team, if you look at those past 3 teams, there's nobody here. Linebackers: Van Der Esch, Anthony Barr, Keanu Neal, Luke Gilford. You can go name. They're all gone from those 3 winning seasons. They're all gone. Everybody's gone. All the receivers, all the J-Ron Curse, all these guys are gone. Blake Jarwin, you can name it, they're all gone. That's my point. Everybody from the old regime and even those 3 windows of winning are gone. Most of all these players are new. Just because you got 5 or 6 guys that are still here, don't make the team. That's a rebuild. We're rebuilding most of this roster. Most of the big positions are new. We got a new receiver in George Pickens. Hell, we got 2 new running backs. We got 3 new offensive linemen within the past 3 years. How is that not a rebuild?
Our safety room is horrendous.
Okay. So
this is and it's not a bad thing. Why are we even debating it?
I'm not debating. I'm asking questions. I'm not debating. I wanted to know what players we lost that were big contributors.
You did more than ask questions. You tried to manipulate and say, I said Booker, that would make Booker better. But you smarter than that. I hate when you do that, man.
So check this out, though. So we've lost some players and we got younger at some spots. Since we all make the comment that I watch football. I don't just watch the Cowboys.
That's what you said. You've been saying that for years. You said you only watch Cowboy football. No.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So since we say those comments,
you said that.
Hold on. Can I finish? Tell me what other teams replace players? Are they in a rebuild too? For somebody that so everybody's in a rebuild. All
when 32 teams.
When they have to be.
When they have to be. What are you talking about?
Who lost the most free agency this year on the team?
What does that have to do with us being in a rebuild?
So, because I want to know what team lost the most free agents, and I want to know, are they in a rebuild?
What does that have to do with us being a rebuild?
That logic would apply to that team, right?
No, it wouldn't. No, this is based on position and what key role they played. You can lose 20 backups that didn't matter. We lost key positions. We lost position Philly rebuilt.
Corey.
Philly rebuilt and won Super Bowls. The Washington just rebuilt completely. Most of their rebuild was a lot of our players, quarterback, running back, defensive front, wide receivers, you name it. They rebuilt that team. They
Hold
got
on,
new
keep talking,
ownership.
keep going.
They got new ownership and rebuilt that team.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants are in a rebuilding stage right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the issue of a rebuild. I don't get it. What's the problem?
We're also rebuilding in the in the coaching staff too. We're leaving that out.
They're
And the
probably
staff,
paving the parking lot.
They knew too.
Yeah.
They knew.
They
Head
knew
coach,
too.
OC, offensive
Defensive
line
coordinator.
coach,
Yeah.
defensive coordinator.
It's okay.
What's
It's
the
okay.
problem?
I mean, it's okay. Do you think that we're going to be a contender this season, Corner? Respectively.
I think talking about a rebuild makes people like Corner and Junkie and all those guys feel bad that we're not going to win games. They got this thing in their head that we're going to have a really successful season, and talking about a rebuild just hurts it for them a little bit. So that word hurts them because that whole little crew don't believe in a rebuild, and it's not a coincidence that they all feel the same way about the season. So it's just that they feel false hope. That's all. It's false hope.
So, okay, now I'm not debating. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. So we went from we have to sign players because we can't pay them all to we lost players. So that makes us in a rebuild, or is it a combination of both?
Signing players is part of a rebuild.
That's yeah.
Or is that just part of regular football operations? Is that do we not have free agency?
Signing players is part of a rebuild when you get rid of players in those key positions. I don't get it. I'm lost.
Yeah.
So what's your definition? So maybe I'm not understanding your definition of a rebuild. What's your definition of a rebuild? Maybe that's where the disconnection's at.
What the Dallas Cowboys are doing right now.
And can someone give me that definition?
Okay. A rebuild. You have in main positions like running back when you have none.
Yeah.
You draft two because you have none. You have none. Rico Dowdle gone. You went and got some has-beens that you knew you wanted to play. That's why you drafted two. You needed a number 2 wide receiver because you just paid your number 1. You needed a number 2 wide receivers. Your linebacker core, doo-doo. Your main line can't stay here. Your defense front, your guy that been here 10 years, walked out the door. Parsons needed help. We ain't even signed him yet. Your safety room, garbage. Your offensive line, you've been rebuilding that. Now Zach Martin gone, so you had to draft a new guy. That's a rebuild at that position.
Mm-hmm.
If Tyron Smith left, Tyler Guyton was his replacement. That's a rebuild at that position.
Tyler Smith, yeah.
I don't understand why we don't understand what a rebuild is. A rebuild is when you got to reconstruct your team because most of your parts are gone. Besides key positions, besides CD and Dak Prescott, you name an effective position that right now we can start day one with. You can take this team right now and start day one with without touching nothing. Your cornerbacks are hurt. Your linebackers hurt. Your running backs are rookie. Your right guard a rookie. Your left tackle on his second year, which is still like his rookie year because it was a bad year. We don't know what Terrence Steele is going to be. Your defensive front, pretty much all you got is Osa. Parsons ain't even signed yet. DeMarcus Lawrence gone. Your left, your defensive end over there is a rookie. What's that the point of the rebuild? I don't understand. It's a rebuild. All those pieces are missing. If you line us up right now, we can't start. If you line Philly up, they can start. If you line Washington up, they can start. If you line these teams that had good records up last year, they can start.
They ready.
They ready to play ball. We're not.
We're not
ready to play ball. No, we got too many rookies and unknowns.
It's okay.
You line us up right now, we can't play ball. We don't even have a defensive end because Parsons isn't signed. He wouldn't play. Hell, he barely even want to come to practice training camp, OTA. I don't understand the big deal of the rebuild. It don't mean nothing. It means we got new players in new positions. But you fall under your whole other crew when you say as long as it's not the quarterback, it's not a rebuild. Because that's what all the rest of them say. I'm sure that's what you fall under.
Well, I mean, when I think of a rebuild, I'm thinking of like, okay, let's say we didn't sign Dak and we let him go with a free agent and we had a rookie quarterback in here. Then I can understand that point. Or then you trade Micah Parsons and you get picks, right? Like core pieces that we need to sign in 2026 are here. So you can have these pieces fall into place and see what you can do. Is that not what the Commanders did and got to an NFC championship game? I mean, you brought the example up. If they were in a rebuild and went to an NFC championship game, what's the difference between that and the Cowboys? And I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to an NFC championship game. I'm just saying you can have these moves and still have some type of success, right? Because you brought up the Commanders.
You mean like cleaning house?
Success what year? This year coming up?
The Commanders. He brought up the Commanders. He was in he just said the Commanders were in a rebuild, right?
No,
and they got all of our players. That was last year.
For the
so with that logic,
they've been in a rebuild.
So
yeah,
the past few years with Ron Rivera.
Did they nail their rookie quarterback?
They was drafting good. What do you mean?
They was drafting. Yeah, that's why they're good now.
Their second pick, Jazia Newton, defensive
They was drafting good. No matter who the head coach was, they was drafting good.
Yeah, they was drafting good pieces.
But how many rookies did you just name, Savage? How many rookies did you just name?
I named a quarterback and a defensive tackle.
So you could have two rookies come in and the sky's not falling.
Y'all are bold as shit, bro. Y'all are fucking bald as shit, bro.
What?
Bro, whoever heard that, sure, bro, you're bald as shit, bro.
In my OG voice.
That looks like a Q, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
Who the fuck
In my
is
OG
that?
voice.
Who
is this motherfucker?
The gay ass.
Hey man, who the fuck was that?
Who was that, bro?
Who was bald? What is he talking about?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck
I don't
he's
know what
talking
you're
about.
saying.
Get the fuck out of here.
He kept calling somebody's bald. I'm not. Am I bald? I'm not
Let him
bald.
back. I want to expose his fuck face.
What did he say?
He said
Said someone was bald
Yeah, he can.
and gay. I don't know what.
I don't know.
Drew,
You know what's funny? Nate?
my boy Drew in the house. What's up, Drew?
Nate, I swear to God, I thought that was you for a second. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, what happened to Nate, man?
Is that Drew the Philly fan?
Yeah, just don't let him in. He cool when you in the
Nah,
chat.
Drew cool. he used to troll, but he okay. That's offensive.
Man, Eddie, come on, man.
Well, that Nate, who camera on right there?
That's Fiend, I think.
That's
No,
uncensored.
no.
That was uncensored.
That's uncensored, man. If you're gonna do that, I got to pull out the Michael Myers, man.
Hey, who was that, man?
I don't know, just somebody that clicked the link. It ain't nothing.
Some 5-year-old. Sound like he was
Sounded like
5.
Space Cowboys for a little
Drew, I've
bit.
been chill with you. Don't start with the champ. You
You
got
sounded like
real. There's only one.
Oh, there go Drew.
I got you. I got your
I was
back
just
corner.
gonna say, sounded like a white dude.
There's only one champ. Hey, get Junkie out of
I got
here.
your back corner.
Look at old junkie.
Get Junkie out of here. I don't understand what's so bad about saying when a rebuild. A quarterback doesn't solidify a rebuild. You can build around the quarterback. How's that? You know this. You can rebuild an 18 with an engine without taking everything out. You can
The Eagles rebuilt around Jalen Hurts after they first Super Bowl loss.
100%.
They sure did. Yeah.
Lions with Jared Goff.
Yeah, Lions. Yep. That's why all those teams are good now, because they took the time out and they picked. They drafted right. They did the contracts right. They didn't overpay nobody, and they balanced everything out. And they got the right coaching staff around those players, and everybody's disciplined. Everybody's respectful, and they passed us right on up, America's team. And it's okay. I think it's okay. I think it's not okay for a lot of Cowboy fans. And Corn, I love you, man. I respect you and everything. But I think we have to be. And I'm not saying you're not a realistic person, because I know you behind the scenes. I don't want to contradict you or anything, or your thought process as far as the Cowboys. But I think we have to be a little bit realistic on this year coming up. I don't think we're going to be as successful. This is not going to be a successful year. We might win some games here and there, but the Dallas Cowboys are pretty much in a legitimate rebuild process. That's where we're at. It's okay. If we have if we're going through this and we don't have a good year, that's fine. I think we're all ready for this. We're all ready. We're all on the same page, pretty much. Some of us are on the same page. The Dallas Cowboys are not going to have a successful season. It's going to take about 2 to 3 years for us to get where the Eagles have headed, or now the Commanders have headed, and teams like that. But right now we're missing so many pieces, and a lot of pieces that we have need to be worked on, and it takes years. It don't happen overnight. So we just got to kind of hold our horses a little bit. I know we want to win now. Everybody wants to win a Super Bowl. I hope that we're all wrong, and you know what? The Cowboys come out undefeated and boom, 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 kick everybody's ass, and we go to the Super Bowl and win. Fine. But right now, realistically speaking, we're just not in any shape, form, or fashion right now to have a successful season. Not even winning. I'm just going to put Super Bowl out. I'm just talking about a successful season. We're going to struggle, and I think you have to be okay with it. It's fine. It's okay. We can't care about what other people think. We can't care about what other people say. You can't care about that. You just have to be realistic about the situation. That's all. And it's okay.
I took the team up from 5 games to 7 games, and just thinking that maybe adding George Pickens could be another positive factor for us. I don't think it'll be much more than that because of who the quarterback is, but this team is the Eagles win. This team is in a rebuild. There's too many open pieces. There's too many new pieces. For God's sake, it's a new coaching staff.
Coaching staff, yeah, that's the most important thing.
They ain't click with these players.
Yeah, it takes time.
Oh, Mike McCarthy first year was atrocious.
Majority of first-year coaches are
I'll give you a name. Mike Nolan.
Practice, and I'm sorry for.
What'd you say, Corner?
I said I'll give you a name for Mike McCarthy's first year. Mike Nolan.
absolutely horrible hire.
Yeah,
Jesus,
That was terrible.
Yeah, but
man.
the Mike Nolan hire is the same as Shoddy hiring Eberflus. That's the same, same thing. He's hiring his friend.
Oh God,
I mean, that's just common sense.
fuck, man, this guy.
and practice and game time is two different things. And look at the way we practice. Look at the way we practice, man. You know, practice makes perfect, and
Perfect. Practice makes perfect.
yeah, perfect practices make perfect. So, you know, we got plenty of time to see. That's for sure.
He said, why would we be in a refield when we got Dak, Micah, Lamb, Diggs, Blank, Ferguson, Aubrey, Pickens, Blue, Williams, Moffas, and Sanders?
Wait. All them names right there, he just named, they turned into the Dallas Magicians in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, man.
He could have literally stopped at Micah, Dak. He could have literally stopped at Dak and Lamb. He could have just said Dak and Lamb because those
All
are
of it.
for sure.
All of them were pulling.
Six
All of
haven't even
them.
played with us yet.
All of them were pulling rabbits out of their hats in the playoffs.
And he said Sanders too.
Yeah.
See, why you naming rookies? And why you naming Williams and Sanders?
Man,
I'm not defending no more magicians, man.
no.
And
Come on,
unfortunately,
watch the running backs. We are in a rebuild. Hey, this fan base is bad.
it takes a younger
in a
line. It
rebuild-
takes a while for a younger
When you
line.
say a rebuild because you got Miles Sanders, we're in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot. We're in a rebuild. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I prefer that. You get to mold these new guys like Tyler Booker and that new Donovan defensive end type, that dude. You get to mold these guys, man. Maybe he can learn some things from Parsons. You got Tyron Smith out there helping the second guy guiding. Listen, it's okay. A lot of those guys was aging, D-Log, Zach Martin. It was time for
It's
them to
okay.
go. Only
Yeah.
thing I do now start drafting them safety to get Malik Hooker old self out of here. And then get Wilson, who don't know how to be where he need to be up out of here. We gotta get the rest of them out of here. We gotta rebuild. I know it's gonna hurt, man, but look, listen, we ain't had it in 30 years. A few more years won't hurt. A few more years won't hurt, and I know I know people don't want to hear that. People don't like to hear. People want to hear what Dallas Cowboy fans normally say. The delusion talk. We're gonna win big. We know.
I had a guy. Fifth, I had a guy at my job. I haven't seen him in a while. He moved to sales, and he came to visit. And he's a Cowboy fan, older guy. He's an older guy too. He's a little bit older than I am. He's like, he had his Cowboy shirt on. I said, man, I like your shirt. He's like, yeah, man, we're going to the Super Bowl this year, dog. He's like, what? He was serious.
Why?
He was dead serious. Yeah.
That's the mental.
He was dead serious. I said, huh? He's like, yeah, man, we're going this year, man. He's a lot of people don't think we're not gonna go, man, but we're going. He was serious. I didn't even have the strength to debate. It wasn't worth it. It just wasn't. I just let him make it. A lot of people, you just gotta let them talk, man, because once them pads get on, and once they see how bad we are, then that's when they'll find out. Yeah, that's when I find out. It's so different when they're playing the game on different levels. It's so different when you have different coaches, especially when you have different coaches. So you gotta really change your game and the way you were doing things, because they're gonna bring a whole new flavor to your game and different. Hey, try this, do this, don't do this, do it like this, So in practice is they do that in practice. No. Practice, them guys ain't trying to take your head off. Them guys, when you game time, Monday night, Sunday night, them guys trying to take your head off, man. It's two totally different animals, man. So I don't want to hear, practice, they got practice. And we see how they practice. They in shorts and t-shirt and shit. So, it just, man, it's so much. And I feel sorry for the fan base.
They better not let him rush for 163 tubs. I'm gonna be mad. But
Drew, do you think Saquon can stay healthy for 17 games or not?
Drew.
Yes.
See, when you talk about this, you got to be careful, because what I like to say is I hope Ferguson can have a bounce back year.
Yeah.
That's the way I like to talk. I don't want to just put him in to say we're not a rebuild. The man played terrible last year. The man dropped balls all over the place. He couldn't score a touchdown to save his bank account. Bland didn't have a good year.
Dak?
Yeah. Like he turned into he part of that Dallas musician crew when it get toward the end of the season. Michael's part of that. Dak part of that. Lamb spent most of his time complaining in the camera. Then you got Rich, so we got man.
It's the excitement, man. It's just the excitement and the thirst. It's that thirst, man. And I used to be the same when I made so many videos defending Dak Prescott. So many, man. I was just like that. Oh my God. But it's just, I was never that fan to let the views and all that stuff get in my head. I wasn't born and bred it to be like that. That's not in me.
Yeah.
Everything I did was hard work, determination, love, respect for the game. I always kept it 100. I never went off board. I told Fifth, I said, give him 3 years, man. Give him 3 years.
Yep.
Give him 3. I've seen it. I've seen quarterbacks sit on the bench for like 3 to 4 years and they come and they shine. That didn't happen. I was wrong. And I cammed up and I still say I was wrong to this day. I thought Dak was going to be, I had his back. I was like, man, that's our quarterback, dog. I got to have his back. But he wasn't producing. I can't defend you. Like I tell my sons, I can't do the work for you. You got to do it yourself. I can't sit in class and take that test for you. You got to do it yourself. I can talk you up. He'll do this. He's a hard worker. He'll do this. He'll do that. But what did I say? Results. Results speak louder than words. When we start seeing, when those pads get on and I see results, I'll be quiet then. Hey, man, my boy was right. I was wrong. My bad. These motherfuckers out here balling, dog. Cool. That's what I want, because I've been right for 30 years. And I've been waiting to be wrong. So when I see results, you can't get results in the I think season. It don't max. It don't match. It's like oil and water. It'll never match. It'll never mix together. The only time you get results is when they put them pads on. Game 1, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. That's when you can really start talking. Right now, everybody just running their mouth. And it's cool for debate and all that stuff. And I think and I wish and I hope. That's cool. But realistically, they got to get out there. And then they got to do the talking. So you can't get mad at us. We can't be mad at each other. You're going to get mad at them. See, everybody's tone changed when the pads get on. Right now, everybody right. Oh, man, I think somebody, no, he going to do this. No, he going to do that. Oh, we're going to be all right. No, we're not rebuilding. Yeah, we are rebuilding. No. We'll find out. We'll really find out when them pads get on.
Yep.
That's when we'll really find out. So now you the same intensity you got now, keep it, man, because you're going to need it. Because I'm telling you, man, don't forget what happened last year, the year before that, and the year before that. We've had talented guys run up and through here, man. Run up and through here, dog. We done seen this before. This girl done cheated on me 1,000,000 times. But as soon as football season get close, she come down there in them little shorts, and then she knock on that door, and I open it. Because I want a piece of that. They want a piece of that football. It's that thirst, and it's that desperate. I get it, man. We all want to win, man. I ain't on here bad talking to Cowboys because I don't like them. Dog, I've been in this game 40 plus years, man, on the sideline with these cats. So me better than anybody, probably anybody besides Savage because he's older. He's older school than me. But I've seen them come and I've seen them go. I've seen this before. I don't need YouTube for a reassurance. Trust me, I don't need it for reassurance. It's going to happen without me even saying anything.
He said Pickens didn't come here for a rebuild. Sir, do you know what a rebuild means? I think y'all really, like, it might just be different definition. And it really don't matter, rebuild or not. It don't mean nothing. It's just how I feel with based on the players we have on this team. It's not a big deal, man. Pickens came here. If Philly would have kept him, Pittsburgh would have kept him, he'd still been there. He came because he needed a job, and the Cowboys jumped on it. That's why he's here. Man is on a 1-year rental deal. You saying he didn't come here for a rebuild? No, he came to get a check. He gonna ball out. He gonna ball out, and Miami probably gonna pay him over Tyreek Hill, or they still got Jalen Waddle.
Man, we're good though.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. That's how I feel on what we have and what we don't have anymore. You know, we have more players that are new to this team than players that have been here. When you look at the roster, there are more new players than players that's already been here, and that's why I consider it a rebuild, whether it's rookies or whatever. You know, a rebuild a rebuild. It's just what it sounds like and what it looks like. You know, you don't have to tear the whole house down to remodel it.
Yeah.
You go inside and you change out the cabinet, you put your hardwood down, and you strip that old tub out, put a new tub in, and you put and you gotta go back. You get the old brown walls out and put some white walls up there, man. You don't have to tear the whole house down to consider it a rebuild, man. Dallas had really good offseason. Real. They had work to do. Yeah, we got some work to do. He said Pickens was staying here. Right. He said Pickens didn't come here. But you gave up a third and more for Judge Pickens. That's all in move. I hope you trolling.
Corner, you good, bro?
I'm good. I'm just soaking it in. That's all I'm doing.
All in move, man. Please.
All in move.
We don't have to agree, man. That's what makes it. That's what makes it. It makes it a show. That's what makes it fun. We're not gonna all agree, man. It's fine.
No harm, no foul in disagreeing.
For him, Jonathan Mingo was all in. Come on, man.
Hold on, Fifth. Can I play devil's advocate real quick?
Go ahead, Nate, Cowboy Cool Guy.
All right. So on the rebuilding part, I'm kind of gonna get on corner side for this part.
I bet
all
you
right,
will.
so
last night. Go ahead.
So Washington, right? First year or new head coach, playoffs, right? And then 2022 Giants, first year coach, playoffs. And then who was the next one? I think was it LaFleur with the Packers, first year, playoffs, NFC Championship. And then first year Rams when they hired McVay, their first year they went to the playoffs. So what made them different? What made them different from us this year
Well,
in terms of rebuilding?
Matt LaFleur first year playoff was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, talent.
And do you remember that teams that McVay put the ring?
Still the same team foundation.
Better than us. They put together. I don't understand your point right now. I thought we was talking about the rebuild. No, so you talk about the first head coach thing. Yeah, I think the teams was just way better. Like I compare ours to what we have and what we're coming off of. We're coming off a bad year and a quarterback that really don't stay healthy, and we have a lot of new pieces. And I would like to say that a lot of Sean McVay and LaFleur, they inherited, a team that was put together already. Do you really trust wide receiver room with Lamb, Tolbert, Mingo, Turpin, Brooks, Campbell, Flournoy going into 2025 season? Yeah, bro, it's not about that. We got
You be determined, man.
What we not debating. No, I don't
Okay.
like Tolbert. I don't like Tolbert, Mingo. I like Turpin. I don't like Brooks, Campbell. My bad. Go ahead.
No. It's your show. It's your show. Okay. So we keep talking about everything that we lost, and that's why we're in a rebuild. That's why we're not going to win many games, right? I mean, that's what we're saying. So what moves did the Cowboys do this offseason that you liked?
I like the Pickens move.
That's the only move?
Yeah.
I think
that's the only move for you.
That would be the only move for me too.
The only impact one.
At least as far as an impact standpoint, yeah.
And we don't know how that's going to iron out, but just that question, yeah, that's probably the best thing happened.
Yeah, that was it for me. Pickens. I don't see nothing else. That's the only thing that I can say impact, because he's, I can't say the rookies, they never played before. We know George Pickens knows how to play football. And I feel like the free agency move with either washed up guys or older guys. Pickens is young and he's a good wide receiver. So that's the best move I like, just based on what we know about the guys that we picked up in free agency and the rookies. That's why that's the best move for me.
Was he 24? 25?
I like the rookies. I mean, I like how can I phrase this? I said you could wait to day 3 for running backs. They did. I do think Booker was a reach. I mean, we all thought everyone was like Brock Hoffman. Oh, we restricted him so no one could get him, and then bang. Listen, if you take a guard at 12, he better be Zach Martin for the next decade.
Yeah.
And the last decade, last 15 years of Alabama offensive lineman has been Bazura. There's one question mark. No, they got Landon Dickinson, Philly, and one kid from the Titans who's a question mark. Besides that, they're just I do like the rookies, but they're young.
Yeah.
We also have a young offensive line which is going to take time. And I'm also afraid if this offensive line and defensive line, we get like 1 or 2 injuries, it's because I think other teams also have a lot better depth than us.
I like the rookies too, but I just haven't seen them play on this NFL level yet. And I don't know what it look like with this team. Yeah, question mark. I don't know what it'll look like. I don't know what Jerry's going to do. I'm sticking to the notion of he didn't pay Dak all that money just to turn around and hand the ball off. I'm sticking to that notion. And on top of paying Dak all that money, you bring in somebody like Pickens on top of already having a high-paid wide receiver. So I'm scared about what Jerry's going to do with these guys. I would love to see them run the ball more than they pass, but man, just based on how Jerry moved. I don't know, man. Jerry can't sell Dak jerseys if Dak ain't passing that ball. And he like his return on investments. He's gonna want to pass that ball to Pickens to get them jerseys sold.
Mm-hmm.
But we know Jerry's a businessman. We got to take the football aspect out of it. This is a money move for Jerry. He's a business guy, man. The DT room is so bad, and I'm sorry, but we should have done more in that room instead of adding Thomas, so whatever his name, and the other DT we have dropped. It's gonna be a bad year, man.
I don't even think Solomon Thomas.
It's gonna be a bad year, man. We got to stop acting like Pickens was the savior, man. It was a good pickup, but I agree with Drew, even though I hate to. It is one of those moves you do when you know
Drew.
It puts you over the top. Yeah.
My boy. God damn
Look, I'm a Cowboy fan too, like everybody else, but I'm not gonna say what everybody else saying because that's not how I feel.
Ooh.
What I don't like about the Pickens move is lazy route runner, last season of his contract, and a 3 and a 5. That's
He might turn it around this year, Sab. You never know.
Yeah, no, I hear, but I would have felt a lot better. I mean, I looking at 5 draft picks for next year.
Believe it or not, my magnifying glass is on Oso Digizua.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
That's your boy, Fifth. I think that's your boy, Fifth.
That's corners, man.
I'm not saying he's on corner. He better play ball.
He'll have the worst season. It's natural. It's like hitting the lottery. Once you go from that Corvette to the $500,000 car,
man, I ain't got
as hungry.
Yeah,
I think.
Be honest. How many throughout the NFL's history? How many guys have we seen get paid and then disappear?
He's a big part. Osa's a big part of how long that defense stays on that field this year.
What up, Drew?
He's a big part of how long that defense stays on that field. And
Who's
boy,
that
he
giant Redskin defensive tackle, man?
He better play ball. I'm serious. He better play ball. I need Osa to show everything. All that.
Henderson, man, no.
Because if not, I'm gonna calmly come on this channel, rip Osa, and flame corner like I've been doing for almost a decade anyway.
That's all Fifth want to do. Boy, y'all are
Hey, you already know, man.
getting too old for this, man.
Man.
Because this you got up here and claim it's middle of the pack money.
Oh, look at Fifth.
No, it's not.
Jesus Christ.
He's paid like a top DT. He's paid like a top DT, but his game didn't show it. He can come in and prove me wrong.
There you go.
That's what you want.
There you go.
Eyebrow raising, leaning forward.
I want him to prove me wrong. I don't want nobody to run crazy on us and embarrass us and keep that.
What they say on Sims?
Micah already be tired. Micah be tired too.
Yeah.
He's tired. His
He needs some
hands,
help.
Trim, bro, bad trim.
I want to do he smoke or something.
Or he gets COVID 3 times a season.
No, man, they just putting them hands on him. Fifth. He just they think it's a video game. Like I got the video I made a long time ago about Michael Parsons.
Yep.
Well, we can't move him back to linebacker. You know, he's tainted. He's a defensive end. That's his position.
Yeah, but getting like a tough listen. We've all got like the wind knocked out of us. We've gotten our bells rung. We've all got that standing hunched over or your hands over your head like you're tired. It just looks to me like he's more tired than beat up.
Well, when you're doing the same thing, every time. You're doing the same thing every time. So you're going to get burned out.
If I was the coordinator, I would move him around every single different play. He would be right. He would be somewhere else. That's just me. And that means absolutely nothing.
I'm about an hour, 20 minutes away from you. I'm in Pickens County, man. Salute to you, man.
Alabama.
If everyone thought the Cowboys would be making all season after what happened last year, they had to. They couldn't do that 2 years in a row. That's why I don't agree with Corner on they do it more for Schottenheimer than they did for Mike McCarthy. I don't think they did.
I don't think they did. Man.
I'm not debating with him. I'm just saying. I don't think they did it more. I just think,
and I did say that wrong. Hold on, time out. I did say that wrong. I meant when I said that, I get too excited. I get ahead of myself.
yeah, you do.
I meant last year, just strictly last year. In a lame duck year, they were supposed to give Mike McCarthy more than they did.
I think, and here's was my take. I think they did. I don't think it was more. When you look at every position they got in the offseason for Mike McCarthy, they did it for Schottenheimer. The only difference is they did it for Mike McCarthy over the span of him being a coach. They did it for Schottenheimer within a few months. Like they did it quicker for Schottenheimer than they did it for McCarthy because of it was so bad that they let it get bad over the years that they had to hurry up and do it. It's like you letting the floorboard around your toilet get bad over 3 years.
What the hell is going on around your toilet, bro?
And they're going around my toilet. Come on, we from the South. We know how it can be. Come on.
The $40 gave him bubble gum.
You might have to start sitting down, brother.
Don't act like you too proud. Oh, no, okay. We in big veins. We don't know what.
I see.
Floorboard is messed up. Stop
The
it.
$40 hollers hurt your stomach.
Yes, man.
No.
55. Corner, remember you said it yesterday, man.
Taco Bell on the road don't work, brother.
Oh yeah, because he's 5'5".
Never did that.
Yeah, Fifth don't get bad guts. I don't know.
I can
said,
show y'all
dude,
my crib. I ain't never had no bad crib. Corey can tell y'all, my place is always nice.
it is.
I'm just making a point. Y'all act like y'all ain't never seen a bad.
But Fifth Quarter got a stomach of a I don't know what. He has the most. I'm going to speak in Trump terms here. The most beautiful stomach you've ever seen. This man can eat anything.
Oh shit!
Nothing bothers.
And nothing hurts his stomach.
Nah, I got a friend like that. We call him the garbage disposal. He can eat anything.
He said, "Keep living,
keep living."
No, I'm old. I think I'm old enough.
Hey, I can't do dairy. I had to take those lactate pills. I had to take those lactate pills.
Oh no.
Just to eat some ice cream.
I can't, dude. I had a chocolate shake from Sonic. It's half price on the app. Shit.
Fuck your ass up.
It was good going in, but God.
Yeah.
On the way out.
Where's Champ at to tell a story when he
exactly. Champs, man.
He said, no.
You remember what Chad said? I didn't make it. He said that.
He said I got all the way to my driveway.
He sounds just like that motherfucker.
I got all the way to my driveway. Let's just say I didn't make it.
Yes,
Champ. That's Champ, man.
Oh God, that's so good.
He said, "What's the reason we went 12-5 those 3 straight years with McCarthy?" Well, I think you had a defense that like I said last year. I really feel like over time Dan Quinn figured it out.
And it was defense and special teams, though.
I didn't appreciate it till Al Harris took over.
Al Harris.
When Al Harris took over, I realized that Dan Quinn really made that defense look how they looked it.
Don't get uncensored started on Al Harris.
Hey,
calm back, man.
Down,
and who was trying to tell you this?
It don't matter who was trying to tell.
There you go. Look at him.
Look, I'll still say those 3 years.
He liked that.
Nobodies. We beat nobodies, and the good teams kicked the shit out of us.
Yeah, it was. But in the same breath, we didn't play good teams last year, really. And with what I said, we looked at like Dan Quinn did something different. I can say he put guys in the positions they needed to. That whole tall cornerback and letting safety play linebacker, that was terrible. Yeah, but he figured it out. And when we looked at good. I got to give him his props. Prescott himself played a lot better.
But
Prescott played a lot better.
Yeah.
But for those 3 years, we still couldn't stop the run. Whenever a team wanted to run, we got.
Well, you got that 4-2-5 defense. It had a lot of holes in it, but it was aggressive. It was speed and it was aggressive. And it like Fitz said, he figured it out, and at times it worked. We didn't give away the big play. I think that's all. That's his focus. He wanted to be aggressive with length and speed, and not to give up the big play. And that run defense was what was struggling. But I think if we can keep people, out of that end zone, that was probably that was his philosophy.
What you got, Corner? What you got?
A lot of it was special teams too, blocking the punts, blocking field goals. Turpin getting the offense in really good field position. Dak didn't have that last year. He didn't. He didn't have a good defense. Mike Zimmer took forever for his system to catch on.
Didn't.
You couldn't. Your special teams was making special team errors. They were special ed, not special teams. And look what happened with Dak. Dak was a shell of himself. It was atrocious. So
yeah, he was
how do you? And we lost Bones Fossil. I think. I'll be honest, I didn't even talk about this yet, but I think Bones Fossil is a bigger piece of loss than it was for losing Mike McCarthy.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Agree with that. Yeah.
I like Bones.
Bones was.
I don't know how we replace Bones. Now, shout out to Bones. He found Aubrey for us. He found Turpin for us.
Yeah.
We got now Schottenheimer and his special teams coach, that dude from the Niners. How can he turn this around and keep the same consistency and not be boneheaded like Bones Fossil, pun intended, I guess, but how can he make those crucial decisions on when to throw a fake punt in or when to do a fake field goal or something? Or how can he keep Turpin on that pace of scoring? Because Turpin had a really good year last year scoring and stuff. He did it more than years past. So how can we stay consistent on that? And then on the defense side of the thing, to Matty Eberflus is nowhere near the level of Mike Nolan at all. But I think Matty Eberflus can come in here, keep the same principles that Dan Quinn had, maybe keep a little thing what Mike Zimmer did, and keep this thing afloat. And that's what's going to help Schottenheimer in this offense. That's truly going to help that.
I'm going to defend John Bones Fossil for last year with these the fake punts and all of that stuff. I think that the offense was so atrocious last year. They were just desperate to try to get any fucking type of plays to keep that offense on the field. So
On the field, yeah.
The only thing was,
because he didn't do that the years before.
Nah, because we had offense. We had a little bit of offense then. Yeah.
But in the 2020 season, I remember he would run fake punts on the opposing 20-yard line and stuff.
But the 2020 season was just like last year, where they couldn't get in. They were horrible. So that's when you start reaching and trying to create plays on special teams and stuff like that.
Right. No, fair.
We couldn't get up the field at all. So they gonna get Turpin. They gonna get him hurt. They giving him.
They keep sending his ass across the middle.
Yeah, they're giving him a lot more responsibility. Man, he's too small. He can't.
Is he being played in the slot this year?
175.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna get killed, man.
He played some slot
last year. How many receptions
year.
did he have last year?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Being able to look at
he had 31 receptions for 420.
Yeah, that was just looking at 2 tugs. Yeah, so
that's 4 straight. That's the number 4 wide receiver stats right there.
He's gonna have a bigger role this year.
Yeah,
he gonna. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna get him hurt.
You wouldn't put him. Quick question: to utilize Turpin the best on offense? Do you shell him 5 yards shallow, or do you go 10 yards or plus?
Oh, good question.
That's a good question.
Oh.
It depends. It depends on it depends on how open the defense is, what gaps you can find. That depends on the defense.
Well, but you have to set it up for that to work, right?
Yeah.
You have to set that up.
Yeah, but like I say, it depends on how they lining up. Now the defense, you can't, give away your hand and your strategy. It's got to be a rhythm thing.
Because you
got there's so many different ways. There's so many different ways you can use him because of the speed. But if they get a hold of him, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, especially going across the middle.
I put a linebacker over top of him and just chuck his ass and then let him run and let a DB cover him after that.
Cole Beasley,
you got Perkins, and you got Perkins, and you still got Lamb too.
And we had Cole Beasley doing stuff like that, but he was a lot more durable. I just don't see Turpin being that That
Yeah, but
durable.
Cole Beasley style with his route running, you were able to go 5 shallow. Just
Yeah.
because just because his
Right.
style, Turpin, you can't.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Cole Beasley had a little bit of an edge to him, man.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't mind going over that middle, man. He was dog.
And he was gonna let you know when he scored on you too. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Turpin can't catch. Dude catches nothing but punts and kickoff balls, man. What
Nah, he can catch that. That's not an argument.
I think his vision is questionable, but
In his rookie season, he had a little bit of trouble, but now it's not a question.
Who said he can't catch? Who said that?
Somebody
Your
answer
best
that.
friend.
I don't know.
Nah, I
didn't
don't
know
think it's a problem with Turpin's hands. I don't.
No.
I ain't know you were blocked. I don't know how to unblock you if I did block. I don't know how to
Who's
unblock.
that? Drew. Let's see what
Yeah.
Drew
He
talking
said I
about.
got
He asked
you-
me to
you
unblock
blocked him.
somebody, but
No, he
I don't
told me.
know.
He said tell Corner Fifth unblock.
How are you on the channel talking if you blocked? That don't make no sense.
Drew, who's your right guard this year, Drew? And
I don't-
are you worried about the center?
Who's sharing the stream?
Savage.
I am.
Oh, so
yeah,
Drew's on Savage channel. That's how he's able to comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He said I
I
think
didn't
the
know, man.
You want me to get rid of him?
but
Wow, yeah.
I can't.
Nah, he cool, man. He cool.
catching the kicks and punts is different from catching passes. Come on, guys.
Oh Lord. Okay.
It's harder to catch a kick.
It's
and a
harder
punt.
to catch a special teams catch.
Exactly.
Man, that shit. Sometimes that ball, I playing punt return, man. Sometimes that ball,
Stays in the
oh
air.
my God, it would curve. Like, oh shit, my bad.
What do you want to catch? A spiral or a end over end?
Give me
What's
a
harder?
spiral, please.
Exactly. That's a
Mhm.
crazy comment to make.
From a right-handed quarterback, I can't catch a left-handed spiral to save my damn life.
But Drew, who's
difference.
playing right guard for you, Drew? And are you worried about your center's back surgery?
Cowboys
At all.
area. Dude.
That's cool Cowboys, I think.
No, that's not
Cool
him. That's
Cowboy?
not him. That's
Yeah,
not.
Nah,
I'm
that's,
telling you,
nah,
bro.
that's
That's not.
No,
that's
that's not him.
Okay, my
That's not
bad.
him. That's not him.
What?
I think his name is Cool Cowboy, ain't it? On YouTube, that's why we call him Cool Cowboy.
No. On YouTube, his moniker, whatever. It's his
It's like
name.
MSA something.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his
Yeah,
name.
maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter if you have Stoutland University. Tyler Steen coming from Stoutland University. Okay, let's say that Thingman Gilmore is off the table, and you have to choose between. I don't know who that is, and Jalen Ramsey. I don't want Jalen Ramsey.
We're not getting Jalen.
Jalen Ramsey is
We're not
20
getting Jalen.
million a year, bro.
That's
Yeah.
a whole nother topic, man. I ain't got
Yeah,
time
we're not
for
gonna
that.
get Jalen Ramsey. Let's be real. Come
You
on.
got 60 in Dak. You're gonna pay 40 to Parsons. That's 100 million. You got what 35 in CD.
Yeah.
That's 135. What is the cap? 260 something?
Anybody nervous?
Shit.
It
Anybody,
went up.
anybody nervous about the Parsons thing? Y'all think they're gonna sign him?
I think
Nah, they're gonna sign him.
They
Yeah,
Yeah,
are.
they're gonna sign him.
What the hell there to be nervous about? Either you're gonna be here or you ain't.
I'm just
Yeah, that's
asking.
true.
They'll probably
That's
wait.
true.
They'll probably
Find
drag it
somebody
out.
else.
He's the
Hey,
defense
the
version
game
of
will
Dak Prescott.
the game will be played either way. The game will be played either way.
Mhm.
They'll probably drag it out for headlines and shit, but like they'll sign him.
I think it's gonna be closer to 43 than 40.
I can definitely see that for
How
sure.
would you say that? Don't say that.
If they wait to the end and other teams come in and sign a couple players, it's gonna be up there.
Well, Watt's holding out, and the Cincinnati kid, Hendrickson or whatever, they're both holding out too.
Yeah, but I think
Yep.
Henderson was asking for around 35 or something like that.
Hey, y'all remember last year when we said when they came out and said Parsons said he didn't care about being the highest paid. In the
Oh, I told you he lied, Phil. Wait a minute.
Of course we're
I
good.
told you, man. I said that dude ain't.
Man, that dude's an attention freak, man. He
He's
doesn't.
telling his tall guy, I don't even really care about that. I want to bring other.
Yeah.
Man, get your punk ass up
Yeah,
out of here with that
I
bullshit.
He's up the
like,
ass,
they would
man.
probably call him right then, like, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to your guys' credit, though, maybe Micah doesn't view the moves they did worthy enough for him to take a pay cut. What if they did bring names in? Would he already been signed? Would he say, "Hey, Steven, go ahead, let's do this without an agent"? Right? You see what I'm saying? Maybe Micah feels like they haven't done it because Micah said if they bring pieces in, I will do it. He said it on that podcast.
That's true, but that's a risk you can't afford to take because you end up bringing in some high value targets, and then you ain't got money on the books to sign Parsons.
But he's taking a bargain though. But what's a bargain? 35.
You know what I would do?
I'm not gonna hold him
You know
at
what I
that
would do
word.
if I was Jerry? I would say I'm going to trade you to the Jets or the Giants or somewhere in California, and he's going to get fucking taxed out of his brains versus being in Texas. That's what I
Cali would
would
be
do.
the one.
And then I would do the Jerry Dry Hump dance. I would do that. I'm like, you want to play games?
Oh my
Being in
God.
Dallas right off the bat is 9 games.
Hey, Corner, when you get up and do that, just start playing some Marvin Gaye in the background.
Jerry's an idiot. Jerry's such an idiot,
man. I'm telling you, man.
God.
The smartest idiot you'll ever meet in your life. I'm telling
Oh
you.
my God. What a
Now, you can be good at one thing and bad at another. You can be an excellent operator of an organization and a bad footballer.
Why does he do this? Why does he? The last person Jerry signed early was Jalen Smith.
The guy that bit him in the ass.
Hey, I was responsible. I was responsible for that Herschel Walker trade. You see, let me tell you guys, this is my team, and I do exactly what I want to do. You see, it's very, very elementary when it comes down to the running this organization. You see, I was highly responsible. It wasn't Jimmy; it was all me. You see, let me tell you, we're here and we're gonna make this money and do this thing my way. And
don't forget your glory hole.
I did a whole show damn near
mosquito.
I did a whole show in Jerry voice one time.
Yeah. I want some glory hole.
What?
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Who said that?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, man.
Jerry Jones said he wants some glory hole.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You ever see the picture
Tongue
of
in cheek.
drunk with the stripper? You ever see?
You think
Oh
so?
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
It's Jerry fucking Jones. Let him be a fucking drunk with the stripper. God damn.
Yeah, he probably has a lot of baby mamas. I'm picturing.
I'm a certified billionaire, and I do what I want. You see?
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, man.
You can't even question him. He threatened to take your job.
I got my boats, I got my yachts, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Drafted CD Lamb on a yacht.
He disrespected
I tell you.
on that radio station. That was bad.
That's the sign of a true narcissist,
Radio
man.
station, yeah.
that was
Didn't even
That's the
work
sign
out.
of a narcissist when you question somebody and they threaten to take your job for just asking a fucking question.
Yep.
When we signed old Charles Haley in '92, me and Jimmy got in the car and in the Rolls Royce, and we went to the airport, DFW, right here, International, and we picked them up with open arms. You see, let me tell you, I know what I'm doing. You guys don't know what you're talking about, and everything is all me.
That's so true.
Me and Bill Parcells had Tony Romo in a closet, and our knees were touching. And we were in there,
Right.
and we started talking contract. And when he left, me and Bill Parcells said, we got ourselves a quarterback.
Quarterback, yeah.
Did he say that?
No, he said
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he said that. It was what show
It's
was
in
it?
the Romo documentary.
Yes, yeah. It was. I remember. I heard that.
Jerry has
Romo
said
had
some
Romo
questionable
had a
shit. bro.
documentary.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
football life.
Football
It's coming,
life, yeah.
Savage. Savage, that Hall of Fame is coming.
Yeah. Savage, it's on YouTube, Savage. You
Hey,
can
should I
Romo's
show
not
Savage this? I don't think y'all have ever seen it. Let me show you guys this real quick. I'm going to piss Savage off. Fuck it.
Oh my God.
Well, you got a Tony Romo jersey?
this guy is.
Yeah,
crazy.
he has one, I think.
Look at
Yeah, Jerry has said some questionable shit. And
Yeah.
I can't get over the Cabo thing. I'm sorry, and I throw Jay Witten in there too.
Well, when he's scouting players, talking about the appendage size.
Saw that.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Here's the thing. Jerry, like if you Google Jerry Jones, he's not even listed as before owner. He's listed as an actor. Like that's literally what.
I can't tell. Was it Robo with the ball? I can't tell.
Was it a book cover?
Yeah, that's Tony Romo.
This is Star Telegram Romo newspaper article for you Gen Alphas and stuff. This is what we used to read on. This was our social media.
Oh, you laminated it.
Yes, and then
okay.
This here is his family, and it talks about Tony Romo's life.
Yeah.
Right here.
Wow. Was it Fort Worth Star Telegram?
Yeah, this was ironically, Savage. You're gonna love this date, January 6th, 2007.
I actually miss reading. I rather read than look at a computer, man. I rather.
Was it corner at the Fort Worth Star Telegram?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
That's cool.
It was in Funky Town.
He
Got
really
that,
went
huh?
to Cabo during the
Be
playoffs.
honest with you, man. Being an old Cowboy fan and staring at Bill Parcells on the sideline made me want to vomit every single week. It just didn't look right. That's like picture Tom Landry.
The Bill Parcells era, corner.
Say that again.
What did you think of the Bill Parcells era?
I mean, he brought the intensity, right? Culture. Jerry's culture wasn't I mean, they went to Cabo, but I think you look at it. He was. I mean, we're a field goal away from moving on to the next round. You know, if Bill Parcells got us there, it's just somebody fumbled the damn ball.
He wanted DeMarcus Spears
Oh shit.
and
Michael
Sean
Spears.
Merriman. He didn't even want Ware.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Man,
Marcus
man.
Spears, I remember him.
Yeah, Brian Broaddus is the one that got Ware in.
He
word?
passed over Chris Johnson,
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
passed over Steven Jackson for Julius Jones.
Steven
think
Jackson
he'll know
needs
what
some
I was
pass,
He,
man.
the linebacker I said before.
Simpson always on his knees.
Oh, man.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Pause.
Hey
pause.
man, pause, man. Hey man.
No, I meant Steven Jackson. We talked about Steven Jackson
he had
yesterday.
arthritic
Jackson,
knees.
Chris Johnson, whatever Jones for the Titans, for Julius Jones.
Y'all some idiots. Man.
Yeah, Julius
We
Jones.
got DeMarcus Ware. Witten was a good third round pick.
Oh, shit. I'll take my ass to bed.
He was Bill Parcells coach Tony Romo. He was an undrafted free agent, right?
Yeah.
And he was able to sit behind there and learn under Bill Parcells. I mean, there's
He didn't like Romo at first, did he?
Yeah, no.
Well, he
That was
did
Jason
like him.
Garrett's.
Well, because it was Sean Payton's project.
Sean
But-
Payton, that's right.
But Bill Parcells liked him enough to
Mhm.
coach him. Get it out of your hands, Romo. Romo, God dog, Romo. They're gonna you be like rye on pepperoni or whatever. Ooh, look at this. We got a little pepperoni. Like
Yeah,
Don't call
Bill
me sir.
Parcells was really trying to coach up Romo, and it worked. I mean, he
Right.
benched Drew Bledsoe for
Drew Bledsoe.
Romo when Drew Bledsoe couldn't make the outthrow.
He blew
Against the
so many
Panthers.
draft picks, though. Bill Parcells, that part passed him by. 100%.
Drew Bledsoe said, I'll never forget, he said when he was starting quarterback, Romo, he was very curious. He was trying to get all the knowledge he could. He was asking all the questions, but as soon as Romo took his spot, he knew everything.
Yep.
He
He
didn't.
said he got super cocky and was
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the man.
fuck
That's a
him.
spot so we can take him twice. Ended by Brady. Then
Yeah.
Romo, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, so yeah.
Well, the Brady
Yeah,
thing
he was,
more an injury. He got like his lung taken out. You know, it was like he took a shot in the chest, Bledsoe. That's what basically got Brady on the field.
Yeah,
God, dude, these years just went fast, man.
yeah, they go by
And
fast.
he got replaced by Dak.
In
Yeah.
their prime, in their prime, if you could pick right now to add to this Cowboy team, would you pick LT or Michael Irvin?
In their prime?
So
That's a
Their
Savage
prime?
question. That is built for Savage.
What was the
Mm.
question again?
if you could add these guys in their prime to this Dallas
Damn.
Cowboys,
That's a
you
tough
pick
one,
Michael
man.
Irvin or LT?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Talking Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I gotta go
I
with
gotta
even
go
a
LT,
question.
man. Too. That
We
guy.
need help on
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
got
go LT, man.
defense wins championships.
Yeah, man.
LT didn't have to go to the huddle.
Because we don't know what Pickens is, and we just traded for Pickens, and how many balls can we spread around.
Oh,
But
Hey, yo.
okay, here's the problem with the LT part. We have no other section of a 3-4 defense on this team.
You didn't need it.
No,
You
You didn't need it with LT.
Listen, besides LT, Harry Carson, Hall of Famer, Nasty, Carl Banks.
Parsons, though.
Yes. Wait, say that again?
You got Michael Parsons. They're gonna be with LT.
You can't put them in the same sentence, man.
But they'll be on the same.
No,
No,
same team.
they're on the same field is what he
Okay,
means.
but what I'm trying to say is, all right, let's put them both outside, and we're going to still run right up the middle.
So
The
who would you
Giants
pick?
had
Who
Jim
would you
Bird,
pick? Michael
George
Irvin.
Who would you
Young,
pick, Sally?
Lennon Marshall. Yo, Giants had some nasty D linemen.
Uh-oh.
Yo, LT was great, but to make a complete when we had Parcells, we never completely got a 3-4. Very few colleges run 3-4 defenses to begin with. We never got one. So you put LT on this team now. All right, I will have LT on one side, Micah on the other side, and I'm going to run A gap, B gap. I'm going to run right up the middle every single play.
So Michael Irvin then?
Oh,
Yeah, man, you haven't made a pick yet,
I'm
man.
just trying. I was trying to explain. If we had better middle linebackers, if we had some 5 techs, maybe this kid Toya could be a 0 tech. Maybe Maxi Pad figures out, this is his last fucking year, and he puts some size on.
could be his last training camp.
Yeah, it could.
He ain't putting no size on before this season.
Well, if he doesn't,
Have we seen him? Have we seen Mozzie? What does he look like?
He looks the same.
He looked the same, if not a little
Big
more.
as shit.
Mine's gonna be all right, man.
That guy's a bum.
Big.
Say that again, 1980.
I said mine's gonna be all right, man.
Nah, man. Hey, man, you and me both was wrong about him, man.
I don't even know if Mozzie won't get a second contract. I mean, a contract with this team, brother.
I was so wrong about Mozzie, man.
Man, me too, man.
Nah, I knew he was straight dog shit.
I was wrong about him, man.
And
How long?
I got to give Nate Dogg a call so he can make a video with the Gooch and everybody. And I'm on it. And I called him up and I'm like, Brian Barise should have been the pick. And him
Hold
and
on.
Randall were like, no, you're wrong.
Oh, boy.
You 100% wrong. Mozzie Smith was the correct pick. I'm like, all right, we'll see in 2-3 years.
Back corner. Here, what you got?
All right, draft guru. How long do you have to see a player in order to properly judge the player?
Uh-oh.
Well, honestly, the whole class or just the player?
Just a player. How long do you have to see a player in order to get a great grade on a player?
3 to 4 years.
So Mozzie still has a chance?
No, I'm saying no. I've seen when he was at Michigan and a true freshman was a better defensive tackle than him. No,
I'm getting delusional, man. I'm getting delirious. I'm gonna get off this phone.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's a very easy. That's one of the easier positions to find. Is a 340-pound garbage can to just clog up the middle.
That's what I thought he was going to do.
We had it with Bohanna.
Yes.
There we go. We had Ridgeway.
Oh, come
Let
on.
him go.
He was doing it.
Look at corner.
What? He was doing it in the preseason.
No way.
Because Bohannon was playing in regular season games his rookie year, and we were in the same situation.
Yo, but Dan Quinn drafted a load of shit D linemen.
Oh my! No!
Neville Gallimore.
We had three third-round picks.
Yeah,
Nashawn Wright, Golston.
Oh God, yeah.
And what was the fucking other one? Marquis, was it? What was that?
Diggy Zua, no?
It was Osa.
Oh,
yeah,
one out of three, right?
How you forget your boy?
Yeah, don't forget your boy.
Yo, the Canadian bulldozer, they called him, Neville Gallimore. Yo, we're the only fucking team that gives our rookies that haven't played a down nicknames like they're superstars already. It makes me sick, man. The Canadian Bulldogs.
I'll give you one, Savage. I'll give you one worse than Neville Gallimore.
Oh boy.
Charles fucking Tapper.
Oh Christ.
Out of he's Texas,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Oh my God.
Terrible. Couldn't stay healthy. Trash.
Mm-hmm.
He was drafted with that class.
Mm.
Oh man. Yeah.
2016, ward number 99. Terrible.
Mm.
I mean, dude.
Dude,
Terrible.
these things, all our best players, we back into. Dak Prescott backed into him.
Yeah.
Where would have been if Romo would have went to Denver as an undrafted free agent? Like we
I
back
want to
into
know
these.
if not only if Pat Surtain and J.C. Horn was gone, but if Parsons was too. Where would we be if Parsons was gone? Where would we be if CD had already got picked? What would
Someone pull up the Parsons.
They would have got Smith, Dante Smith. They probably would have picked him up.
If we didn't get CD, we would have got the edge from LSU, I think.
And he sucked.
Chase
bro.
on.
Yeah,
Levon Chason.
So that's what I'm saying now.
He sucked.
So this just shows the drought when it comes to Will McClay and his drafting.
Oh God.
He's terrible.
Oh yeah. It's not his last couple of years hasn't been good at all. Me and Joe been talking about that quite some time now.
Yeah.
Terrible, man.
He's living off the Zach Martin thing, man.
Fire
That's it.
Will McClay.
Oh yeah, we did.
He's
They
family.
just extended him.
The Houston Texans wanted him to come be a GM. Jerry talked him out of it.
Paid him more money.
Paid him
Jerry,
more money.
Jerry thinks Will is family, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's family.
This man turned down a GM job to stay over here. That's a whatever he do.
Yeah.
Head of the scouts.
Head
Yeah,
of the-
idiot.
Jerry talked him out of it, boy. I'd have went over there to the Texans, been that GM, boy. But do they have CJ Stroud now though? If he's a GM,
Trust me, the Texans do not regret it.
Yeah.
oh no,
Yo, if we don't get Parsons, right, the 13th pick, Rashawn Slater, left tackle, Chargers. That he's legit, man.
But you had Tyrant on the team then, right?
Yeah, but he was playing like 3 games a season.
Yeah, but they thought he had more left.
They did at the
Yo,
time.
Rashawn Slater slaps the shit out of Michael Parsons when he
he
plays.
said.
Shuts him
He
down.
said, I still think this team's gonna have a bounce back year, but like I
Oh
said,
God.
11-16 with no DT and no CB. You are crazy out of your
Crazy,
mind.
man. I can't fuck with that.
This team will not win 11 or 12 games.
No, I can't see it.
Get over it, bro.
Nah.
I just can't see it.
Look
man.
at that schedule again, brother. They not winning 11 games.
Yep. I don't see it, man.
Look at that schedule again, my brother. And
I got us. You're right. They're not winning 11. They're winning 12.
Oh Jesus.
In Vegas, it's not your
7.5.
Vegas.
Over
It's
9.5. Yeah,
for Vegas.
It's 9.5. Yeah.
Oh, they took it to 9?
Yeah.
I thought it was 7.5.
So okay. So even if Vegas got us at 9, can you find a win or 2 to win 10 and 11?
They're not winning.
Not with the schedule we have.
We've said this. Let's say Philadelphia's quarterback goes down, Redskins quarterback go down. Then we're gonna win the division. It's gonna come. I mean, a lot of it's gonna come by who can stay healthy. Can Barkley stay healthy? But I think they can.
Madden curse Barkley.
I mean, it's all going to depend on. Listen, could Dallas win the division? Absolutely. If Redskins get a lot of injuries, Philly does. Yeah,
Man, fuck the Giants. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Vegas has us at 7.5. I just checked.
Oh, they
Oh,
have
7.5.
Yeah, it starts at 7.5, and then it
Yeah.
goes.
7
It's-
11.
I mean 8 or 9 wins for me, man. That's my max.
Yo, but if you go over 10, it pays astronomical. It pays really good.
He can beat the Giants twice, Washington twice, Panthers, Jets, Bears, Vikings, Eagle one time, Raiders, and Chargers.
You're not sweeping the Commanders.
No, we're not going to see the
No way.
Commanders. I don't think.
What?
Hey, Runner, stupid.
Oh, come on, man.
So time out. I get it. Jaden Daniels played really good. but I mean, there's chances of a sophomore slump. I mean, we got tape on him now. I mean,
that's
They went
hope
and got him 2 starting tackles, Debo Samuel.
but their D line, their edge. They don't have edge rushers.
No, they don't. They have a good
What'd you
defensive
say,
tackle.
I think we'll split with the Commanders, man.
So, corner, I got a question. How come you look at the Commanders and expect a slump, and then the Cowboys and you look at the best possible outcome every single time?
Well, when I talk about
you don't
slump,
think the Commanders got better?
Well, when I talk about slump, I was just talking about
He
Jaden
was
Daniels.
talking about
I
Jaden
don't,
Daniels.
I
I
don't,
got you.
I don't, I don't know how you. Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
I thought you were talking
And-
about the team being in this one.
No, I'm talking about and they lost a 10.5 sack guy in Dante Fowler. Do you just replace that? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you just replace that? So, and I got some friends that are Commander fans. Friends, Edgar, shout out to my dog, and we talk a lot, hours. I mean, if you talk to me on the phone, you know I'm long winded, so we talk for hours anyway. But, yeah, man, he's concerned about his D line. He's concerned about sophomore slumps. You know, I mean, those things are real. And then you look at the Giants.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of Russell Wilson.
I'm
You
not,
know,
at this point, I'm not either. Yeah, but
I'm not scared of I'm not scared of Jameis Winston. And then you know what's that quarterback they drafted? Savage. What's his name?
Jackson Dart.
Dart.
Yeah, Jackson Dart.
He's probably that third stringer.
He had his snap count. If you watch John Gruden's podcast, his snap count, and John Gruden was like, "That's it." Oh, we had a dummy one. What was that? So, you know, maybe he can win some games in the NFL. I don't know, but I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the Giants. Sure, they got Abdul Carter, they got Thibodeau, they got a good D line, right?
They got
Okay,
some good skill players.
but they also did last year too. And how
Their
did that
goal
work?
line sucks, though.
How did that work out, right?
Their goal
So
line.
I'm not scared of them. Now, when you look at the history of the NFC East, there hasn't been the Eagles repeated the last time in 2002 and 2003. So we haven't had a repeat divisional winner since 2003. So you look at that aspect of it. I'm not saying Cowboys are winning the NFC East. I'm just saying we can win enough games to get into the playoffs. So that's all I want. Get me in the bracket and let's see where it goes.
Whoa.
I just don't think you sweep the Commanders.
I don't think we're sweeping them. That's
Oh, well, get the fucking broom out and knock the motherfuckers upside their damn head.
No, they only had 4 draft picks, and they drafted 4 good kids.
We did make it close with them last season.
Yeah, but the last game of the season, like they were just
Yeah.
they tanked.
Yeah, yo, that
was a
first
wild game.
Was wild.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
wild
that-
game. Yeah.
I think
yeah,
what was
OG
it,
went
3
crazy.
touchdowns
Oh,
scored
my
in
God.
like 2 minutes.
You
or
know why
something
he
like
went crazy though, Nate?
If
Man.
we would have won that game, we would have been picking 18 or 19.
Savage went crazy when we lost.
I
Yeah.
just don't see it. Those little fucks beating us, man. Fuck them.
That's that guy
Fine.
happened to that
That's
hat
emotion talking, man.
That ain't emotion. That's real talk, man. Fuck them.
That's when OG wanted to cut Bland.
Yeah,
Well, I tell you this, Prescott better beat him. He should.
he should. Yeah, honestly, he should. At this point, I don't want to hear the excuses.
Well, what's his NFC East record is really damn good.
Yeah, but that
Well,
was a
that's what we
bad
had.
team.
That was a different era.
Yeah.
NFL years is like dog years. A dog year is 7 years.
How many times have we played the Eagles fully healthy with Dak Prescott? What's our record? Anybody know that?
I think he's only lost like 2 or 3 times.
Over the course of his career, but he has not
Over the
played
course
this
of his
Eagles
career.
team. That's the only thing.
No, fully healthy Eagle, fully healthy Cowboy.
Oh,
We
there's
haven't
no
really-
such thing.
I think like once or twice.
And what?
If it
How
ain't
did Dak
opening
do?
week, they ain't fully healthy.
No, Dak has lost.
Remember
more than
he lost in Philly, and then we beat him at home Sunday night.
So we're 1-1.
Which
Yeah.
season are you talking about, man?
I think that was
how long ago was that?
2023.
I'm not talking about any season. I'm just talking about when Dak
in
and
general.
Jalen were both healthy playing against each other.
Oh, 2021
Oh,
also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we swept them.
2023 they was
Yeah, we
the-
played them
I was-
2023 and we split with
I
them.
was when Diggs had that interception for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a dumb pass by Jalen Hurts.
The only way Dak is sweeping the Commanders is if he do it in the air with Pickens and Lamb.
Yeah, I
He gonna
believe that.
have a big
We
pass.
could run on the outside of them dudes.
Man,
Let's win.
Nah, man, I don't think so.
Man, I can't
Let's
win.
win.
Savage, okay. Enlighten us on what Jaden Blue can do, and enlighten us what Phil Maffa can do, since those are the guys that we drafted.
What's the offensive line can do? Our O-line, what would it
It's
matter what
offensive
they
line.
can do?
When you, and I said this even last year, when you have a young O line, it takes a couple of years before you start to gel, because you have to know what every single person else is doing. Now, new coaching filters into that too, because now we're learning a different system, and it messes up the defense too. What
Yeah.
one our third defensive
I
coordinator?
was asking about Jadon Blue and Phil
Jaden
Maffa.
Blue. So he's a third down. He's Tony Pollard 2.0. He's a third down, change of pace back, and then Maffa, he's your power back. My opinion, I would be 1A, 1B with them. And I wouldn't be afraid to even have both of them on the field at the same time. And
So they're pretty good.
yeah, I said the running back. I had no problem with Dallas drafting running backs on day 3 because this past year's running back class stretched to day 3. I had no problem with those picks. I also have I don't have a problem with the draft. I was just pissed off with the first pick and the second pick, as crazy as that sounds. And then I liked all the other
Third
picks.
pick.
Yeah, third pick too. It sucks. I didn't like their first 3 picks, but the rest of the draft I liked. And that's rough to say. Now I'm hoping on all our day 3 picks to hit. I hope they do, but I mean,
Who's our starting offensive line? Let's go over this real quick. You got Guyton.
Guyton's
You got number 60. You got Smith.
BB.
You got BB.
Yeah, baby.
Steele.
Booker and Steele.
You got Booker.
and
I
our
got Steele.
backups, the face paint
Hoffman.
guy, Brockman.
You got Awesome Richards.
Hoffman,
Bass.
I would say also Richards.
Bass. Hoffman.
Richards.
I can't see us carrying more than 10 or 11.
Usually it's 10.
10.
So if the coaching staff views the 5, I like Awesome. I thought he played better. I thought he played better
played
than Tyler
decent
Guyton
in the
sometimes
field.
last year. Bass, I don't know. Like Savage made a good point last year. I don't know if Bass is like a 60 snap guy every game. I think he's
more of a
Hoffman. I view him as a starter. I do. So if you got, I think our offensive line is better than what we're thinking. On now, you're gonna eat me alive on paper. On paper, I mean, I'm writing this down. I'm looking. This really, if Booker, I think Booker and Steele. We got dog, maybe Guyton too. What does Guyton got to do to get better?
know what scares me with
Play
Guyton?
in the UFL.
Know what scares me with Guyton? It's his second year, and if you put an 85 jersey on him, he looks like a blocking tight end. That scares me with him.
Yeah, that's just because he's tall and lean.
I
Yeah.
know, but you could still put on. I mean,
when I
the you got a tackle this year. He's 6'9", 350. I mean,
when I saw him working with
Tyron.
Tyron, you can look at the arm size difference. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, Tyron's
Smith's arms are so much bigger than Guy.
Yeah, no, Tyron's with
Yeah, but his arms are like
He was using leg braces.
to his kneecaps.
Yeah,
He was using leg braces on his arm.
He just built different. You can't compare. That's not fair. He was just built. I mean, see that dude in person. Man, that's not a human being. That is a machine.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I still don't think Guyton is a left tackle. I think he's a right tackle.
What's Steele's problem? What's Terrence Steele's problem?
Pass block.
Pass blocking. Exactly.
He's good at run blocking.
What got him paid? Was it just run blocking that got him paid, or was there some flashes of pass blocking?
I think playing next to Zach Martin made him look a lot better than he was.
Well, he I got to be honest. He still had a good year. That year the year before he got paid. He had a decent year. He pass block and run block. He just played good ball. And after that, I don't know what happened.
He tore his ACL.
He tore his ACL.
And
He rushed him back.
And this is the thing. He might not be able to come back to be the type of player he was before an ACL.
Do they bench him? Can they bench him? And Cornelius goes
It all
in there.
depends if
Cornelius.
Who's behind still?
Cornelius, Johnny Cornelius from Oregon, who's a sleeper. He was our 6th-round pick.
Oh, we also got what's
So
his
the-
name?
So the
Nathan
question
Thomas.
His Cowboys-
is an 80% steal better than 100% Cornelius?
Savage.
Is an 80% steal better than 100%? I'm gonna be honest with you. I had Cornelius as my 9th rated offensive tackle, so I thought very highly of him.
Maybe you
I
bench
think
him.
he's a sleeper.
Cowboys.
But he's like I said, he's the right tackle. Cornelius.
But I think Steele is our 3rd highest paid player on the team. So
He
I don't
played
think
still in
they're
the
gonna bench him.
preseason.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, I
you
think
play
you
still.
should. Honestly.
If I'm this coaching staff and I'm Connor Riley and I'm Brian Schottenheimer, Schottenheimer's been on this team. He knows how bad Steele is, and he has to know. This goes back with the Mozzie point, right? I think there might be some training camp competition that we don't know about because Steele was a Mike McCarthy guy. He was a Mike McCarthy pet cat. How does that transfer over for Connor Riley and Brian Schottenheimer?
And I also think Steele played very differently when Zach Martin was not next to him. It was
good or bad?
No, for the bad, for the worse. He played very differently when Zach was not next to him.
Well, having a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, of course, it's going to make you look better.
It's going to be different.
But he's
automatically going to make you look a lot better.
Yeah, Terrence Steele is $18 million this year. He's our 3rd highest paid player this year.
What's his post June 1? We're post June 1 now. So what's his post June 1 cut?
Let me check right quick.
I mean, but that's our MO. If a
Was it
player
8?
has one good year, we pay.
You only save $750,000 if you cut him.
Oh,
what's your dead money though? What's your dead money?
17 if you cut him.
Yeah, he's like an $18 million.
So what? Hold on. So what? No, hold on. No, he won't. Go to the next year and don't manipulate anything on your box. What's his base salary?
His base salary is 8.75.
So he'll be $1 million in dead money if you cut him this year for next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess if you cut him and call it a 2026 cut.
Yeah.
Because you're saving that salary, so that salary will roll into next year unless they sign somebody, and then you'll have that. Then you'll have that money there.
You taking this year's number and next year's number if you cut
right.
it. I got you.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I he might not be safe.
I don't think you're cutting him.
Yeah, I don't think.
Hey, they cut fucking Dan Bailey.
What I'm saying is I don't think that they need to cut him. If he's playing bad, they can bench him and still have him in case Cornelius.
What's his cap number again?
18.
Oh, they're cutting him. They're gonna want that money back.
You're not gonna save much this year. If you cut him, he's gonna make $17 million on somebody else's team.
But it's if they pick him up on waivers, they have to pick. If he clears waivers, then it's Cowboys money.
Cut him before preseason or after?
I think he's part of the 90-man cuts if you're going to cut him. Because if Cornelius is better, there's no reason to have Terrence Steele on this team as a backup. There's just no reason for that.
I agree if Cornelius shows out in preseason.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If Cornelius looks a lot better than Steele, Steele's gone. He has to be. If Brian Schottenheimer wants tape,
I wouldn't cut him. I would try to trade him.
Oh, no. Who's going to take on that salary cap for a guy coming back from injury? You have to
he's 2 years out from the injury. I'm just saying that I don't think he returned to the same player before the injury.
He's 2 years out from injury, but no team's going to say, I'm going to gamble on him to be better on my team and take on his salary.
Maybe they could rework the contract. I mean, listen, that's
possible. That's possible.
There's a lot of horrible offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Yo, Connor Williams got paid in Miami. The other Penn State kid.
McGovern.
Connor McGovern. He got a $43 million contract in
With
Buffalo.
the Bills. Oh, hurt my heart to see him go.
I mean, like,
Like the McGovern, man.
you know what blows my mind though? Connor Smith, Connor McGovern. They couldn't snap in Texas, but they had no problem snapping on places. Yo, that's
Coaching, brother.
man.
Coaching.
Yeah, and Connor McGovern was a center at Penn State. It just doesn't make sense, man.
Solari.
Didn't Connor Williams retire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's the one that got bullied in Texas or something. Got bullied in high school or something.
Oh my goodness.
No, in high school, yeah.
Yeah, I am crossing my fingers and hoping that Shotty has brought in the right type of coaches that can get the lower end of this roster to play better.
Yeah.
Well, that has to do with culture, though.
And partly culture, but you just need good coaches. You need coaches that can see what a play. I need coaches that will adjust their philosophy to the skills of the players instead of trying to force square pegs into round holes and trying to make players run their scheme. You know, I watched an interview with Michael Irvin, and he said Norv Turner asked him. He said, "What routes do you not want to run?" And he said, Michael Irvin said, "I don't like to run this route, this route, and this route." He said, "You won't run them."
Makes sense.
And he built the offense. He built the offense around the skill players. And I feel like a lot of these coaches now, they make a name. Oh, I was good offense coordinator. This got me my job. I'm not changing anything.
Right.
And you build the offense around the skills that you have.
Exactly. You find out what someone's good at, and you do that, and you avoid their weaknesses.
Well, to ease your mind there, Uncensored, if you watch Scotty, Two Hotties press conferences, he's saying what you're saying in those conferences.
And I'm all for the talk, but I got to see the work because I've been told a whole lot of shit from a whole lot of coaches and a whole lot of players.
That lied. Has Schottenheimer lied to you yet?
But I am cautiously optimistic. I want to see it because he can be lying to me.
What are you, Naomi now? You approach with caution?
Caution.
I'm going to be honest with you.
The first time anybody ever opened a briefcase and there was something in it.
Yo, I'm going to be honest. Him sitting in the draft room, scared me.
It did. It did.
But real quick, let's say we cut Steele. So TJ Bass is the swing guard. Brock Hoffman's the backup center. Then who's our tackle? Because if Cornelius is the right tackle, then who's our backup?
Oh, you got Rob Jones there too. You still got Rob Jones from the Dolphins.
What's his name? Thomas? Nathan Thomas.
Nathan Thomas too. You still got Nathan Thomas here too.
You're gonna no matter how you look at it, you're gonna have a fall off at a position going to the backups on an offensive line. There's just not a lot of starting caliber offensive line sitting on the bench.
But
who could be better than Steele is what the question is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like he was saying, once you cut Steele and you put Cornelius in there, who's the guy behind him? And I'm like, at that point, if you're that deep into the depth, you're probably going to struggle at that position at that point.
Because you know what I think? I think right now our strength is going to be the center of it.
Yeah.
The center and our two guards is the strength, in my opinion. And our tackles are question marks.
But if Cornelius can beat it,
I hope he can. But it also depends on the blocking scheme. The way they coach them, the block.
They're doing zone blocking scheme, from what I understand. Yes,
and I don't know enough about those players.
What did McCarthy do?
He was man blocking. It was this man got this man, that man got that man.
But they ran duels for a couple of games, and they actually had some success running the ball.
Yeah, the Steelers the year.
They went right back to man blocking again.
Yeah, the old line just has to stay healthy, man. It has to. They get one or two injuries, it's going to be really bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, quit trying to kill the show.
I'm kidding. I'm busting his ass, man. That's it.
Is he even on the show? Hey, we having good conversations right now.
No, I'm just fucking with him, man. I'm just fucking with him. That's it.
I'm finna get up out of here though.
No, man. I was just kidding, man. I was just kidding.
See, like now it sucks that McCarthy's not in the season, not in the league, because then you could be like, "Yo, we'll trade just Steele." but he's not in the
Right.
league.
That was his pet cat.
I think Steele has some trade value. I don't think you get a third rounder for him, but I would
Trade him to
rather
the
get
Saints.
even if you got a fifth rounder, I would rather
take
do that
it.
than just cut him.
I think the only thing you can get for Steele is player for player.
I'm okay with that.
I would be okay with that, honestly.
I just want something in return.
Yeah.
Because one, you get to unload his contract, and hopefully the player that you take in got a easier contract to absorb. So even if you do like what Jimmy Johnson did, where he did all those trades, and he was like, "We never planned on keeping those players," and he cut them all.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
because the way the
trade for a
was
player
built
and then
is
cut them.
if once you cut them, it turns into draft picks.
Yeah, on that
Oh
trade.
shit!
But
It's
I'm
almost
just
2
saying
in the
to
morning.
keep the cap.
Happy Father's Day to all you guys. I'm with Fifth here. I'm gonna get out of here.
No, happy Father's Day.
Fifth, Savage, Uncensored. I don't know if
happy
Nate
Father's Day,
Dogg.
man.
And Nate Dogg is 20, man.
Nate Dogg got 10 kids, man.
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Happy
man.
Father's Day.
Maybe his
Nate Dogg-
kids
Nate
made
Dogg's
the
been a
video
dad
on
since middle
iMovie.
school, man.
When
Nate Dogg's been a
did
dad
Nate
since
Dogg
middle
have his
school.
kids, man? Come on, man.
We haven't even mentioned the Bone Clark.
Salute to everybody.
Well, why would you?
Yeah, you're right. You don't draft the linebackers with bad necks, man.
Nah, I want to sleep. I was just listening to these guys. I'm just enjoying the conversation, man.
Oh no, you'll hear him snore. You'll hear him snore.
There was one show where you accidentally snored, and it was on 80's show back in the old round table.
Oh no, it was on the round table. And
Yeah,
I heard it because I had the headphones real tight, and I heard a snore. And if you watch my face, I'm like,
yeah, you were reacting.
and I'm pressing the headset into my ear. And Ian's talking with my Cowboys. Ian's talking, and I'm like, and then you heard the snore louder, and then everyone's like, "Fitz asleep."
Yeah, because I was in the chat and I was like laughing. I was like, "That's so funny."
Never happened.
It happened, man. You know my memory. You know good and damn well I don't lie
That's the
about
downfall of living on the east side. You got to come to the west side, the best side.
No, Central Time is the best time zone all day long, 365.
West side.
You
West
have to on a noon game. You have to wake up at 10 in the morning on a Sunday.
But my Cowboys don't play at noon very often.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been in Vegas watching Monday Night Football at 4 p.m. Like that felt weird.
It feels weird because I came from Ohio where kickoff is.
I'm like,
yeah.
It felt.
So your song instead of Sunday night, it's Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday
no night.
But it's nice that the game ends and you still got part of your day.
44 where you at, buddy? Well, I'm at is 144. Savage, where you at is 244.
Yeah,
11:45.
Last night I was hurting.
And where me and on Sunset, that is like almost midnight.
Dude, I was planning on going to bed, and Diana goes, "Oh, Fifth is on."
Oh, really?
That's right.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But-
for me and on Sunset, it was almost midnight. 15 minutes.
But happy Father's Day, man. Y'all enjoy your families.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
I mowed the grass today, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow.
Smart.
There you go.
Smart man, you can relax. You barbecuing?
I don't know. I want tostadas. I told Liv, I said maybe some tostadas. So we're gonna do tostadas.
Nice.
What time's dinner?
Whatever time you want it, come on over.
Hey, I'll book the plane ticket tonight.
You know, just fly into Denver, rent a car, 3 hours.
I tell my family all the time, what do you want for Father's Day? A trip to the beach.
Hey, you know what I got? Ask me what I got last year for Father's Day.
What you get?
I got a shirt and a piece of ass, and both of them were too big.
Hey, no. Ass is not a Father's Day gift. They need to stop that shit. They need to stop that shit. That is not a Father's Day gift.
That's crazy.
That's what made you a father. That's what made you a father. It ain't a gift.
That's crazy.
They gave you a gift.
That's true.
That's crazy.
Unless he's a C student and he's always getting in trouble. Then he just gave you a nightmare.
Oh, boy.
Time to tighten it up.
Some of these white kids around here need the ass whip. I told my daughter, I said, "You ain't white. You get your ass whipped."
Yeah, I don't have that problem. Straight A kids, man. My wife does.
Oh well, my kids, I could. Oh yeah, both my kids lettered both years in middle school.
Nice.
Well, good, man. That's awesome.
Hey,
because they know they get their ass whipped. They ain't white,
man.
I ain't know what my kids, and I'm black as they come.
Man, I was
Nah, you
never
showed the
excited.
picture of
Rashad!
the black guy before.
Did you pee on the seat? I'm fucking sitting there pissed. Man, hold on, corner. Bing. You know you whooped his ass.
I didn't whoop him. Don't stop saying this. No, he's not.
Yes, I am. 3%.
Let's go.
No,
Let's
you're
go.
not.
Ron.
If you round it up like Uncensored wants me to, I'm 5%.
Oh my God.
Let's see how
No,
much
you like 2.6.
I want you to try to use that percentage.
Jesus.
So, and
Christ.
what?
When you get put by the police, you use that 20% European.
You better use that 20%. That's what's gonna keep them in the country.
You know what I do when I get pulled over? Super simple. This is what I do.
Say you're
I know
traveling.
where this is going.
I turn my car off. I have my
Okay.
driver's license, insurance in there.
I know
I
where
tell
this
the
is
cop,
going.
I said, the gun is right here on my right side. Do you want the gun or not? Okay, you want the gun? Here's the gun. You can get it or I can hand it to you. Hand it to me. Okay, bam, bam, bam. There's my gun. What'd you pull me over for? Well, you ran the stoplight. I sure the fuck did. You gonna give me a ticket? Here's your warning, sir. And I'm on my day.
You know how he's not 3%? Because if you touch a gun
Exactly.
while cops, man, please.
There's
Man.
no reason for the cops to take your gun. There's
No, they
reason.
shouldn't have to.
I ask him, hey, I got the
know
gun.
that,
Do you want it or not?
That's-
Reasoning don't listen. Y'all know how this go. Well,
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I would never take anyone's sidearm away from them.
You know, hey, they want to be a little coward, say it's officer safety. Well, I know what I'm doing. When I
Yeah,
go
they
to
hide
court and
behind
fight their
officer-
ticket, I know what I'm doing.
They hide behind officer safety for every fucking thing, man. If you that scared to do the fucking job, go be a fucking checkout clerk at Walmart.
yeah, firefighter, don't do this. What's the purpose? What's the purpose of the Constitution? If I can't bear arms and you're gonna take it, or you're gonna say for officer safety, I'm gonna. It don't say that in the Constitution. It don't.
It states
ain't
that
martial.
there's no reason.
It's not martial law.
There's none.
But
You
hey,
know, it's the
I
only
think you
amendment
do
that
have to
says
tell
shall
them, though,
not
I
be
think.
infringed.
it
It's
depends
the
on
only
what
one
your
that
state
says-
you are.
Yeah, but there's no reason for them. I'd be
In
like,
Bama,
no.
you don't even need a carry permit in Bama.
You don't need
And
it in Nevada
Colorado
either.
is the worst. You can have your gun on you, but if it has a bullet in it, you're fucked. You
California's
cannot
the
have a
most
bullet
restrictive.
in the chamber.
Yo, New York,
California, you got bullet release magazines.
So you can say, hold on, robber. Okay, now you can rob me. My gun's cocked and loaded.
Nah, we ain't going. That's
That's
crazy.
stupid.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, you cannot have a bullet in the chain. It's the stupidest shit in the world.
California's so restrictive. You can't even. You need a bullet.
Yeah,
You need to
California's
press a
very
bullet into the magazine to release it. You can't
Yo,
have it. You
an
can't release it with your
AR
thumb.
in New York looks like a fucking trombone. The way they make the stock, it's a joke. It's a joke.
You know, California is
It's like a
extremely
trombone.
It looks like a trombone. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Hey, my dad got a gun, and it's like a transformer gun. It folds.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
fucking shit. I can't. I'm gonna shoot it next week.
Oh Lord.
Hey, y'all ever come out to Vegas? We're gonna shoot, man. I got like 13,000 rounds in the house, man.
No, I want to shoot the gun from Predator, Jesse Ventura, the one, the Gatling gun.
Yo, y'all ever shot a Barrett 50 cal?
No.
I shot a 50.
$21 a round. $21 a round.
I shot a.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. These Buffalo Boar. It's called. It's just a company. Buffalo Boar.
Hey,
So,
More
brutal.
than Tech folds up because I got a Carbon 15 that folds up. So Kill Tech ain't the only gun that.
I still got COVID ammo. Who stocked up on COVID ammo
did.
when that shit
I
was
did.
fucking cheap?
Ask Fred, Corner. When it first happened, me and Fred literally went to the store at the same time and loaded up on ammo.
Dude,
Like,
I still
yeah,
got COVID ammo
Oh
in
my
this
God.
bitch.
I bought 7,000 rounds in.
AK rounds. Oh my God, it was bro.
It got super crazy, super quick.
It did.
Oh yeah, it did. But if you didn't buy your shit when you were supposed to buy it,
Yo, I
I
tell
don't
people
know
all the time.
when it was happening in 2020. I don't know what people's infatuation with toilet paper was.
there was more bullets sold than toilet paper.
Then
Yeah,
talk
no,
about
that tells
it
you
was weird,
anything.
like,
You
I
wanna
remember
hear
at the
something
beginning,
messed up?
everyone was infatuated with toilet
It
paper.
just
I don't know why.
happened last week. There's a company, and it's like 8 that owns 8 different ammunitions, 8 different companies. It's one company, let's say, owns Federal, Remington. I'm just throwing out names, but it's 8 different brands, and it was sold to another country.
I'm going to tell you what gun I absolutely hate to shoot, and y'all might make fun of me. I hate shooting shotguns. Fucking hate them.
It all depends. A semi won't have too much recoil. Pump will.
Is it because of the recoil corner, or why do you hate it?
It fucking hurts.
Gotta put your shoulder in.
You're not holding it the right way.
I got that motherfucker up against that son bitch. I close my eyes and I push forward when I shoot it.
You don't fight it. You don't fight it. You have to let your body absorb the recoil.
Exactly. That's why women.
Dude, I can shoot anything but a shotgun. I cannot shoot a shotgun.
Who taught y'all how to shoot? You better lean forward into that recoil.
No, you lean forward, but you let your full body absorb the recoil.
And
fuck that shit.
Corner. A shotgun is the #1 home defense weapon. Let me give you
exactly.
Let me give you a cheap way out, Corner.
Yeah.
Don't get a 12 gauge. Get a
exactly 20 gauge is
20
perfect.
gauge to get some bird shot.
You'll cut someone right in half. Plus, you can teach your wife and your children.
Exactly. 20 gauge with bird shots. It'll do just as damage as a 12 gauge with buck shots. I promise you. It'll do the same damage. Get you a 20 gauge. It's barely no kick. And get you bird shots. It's way better. You'll be like, oh my god, I wish I.
What's the recoil like percentage difference?
It's nowhere near 12.
Yeah, it's nowhere near.
Really? I'm gonna get me one then. I'm gonna find one and shoot it, and then I might get me one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, don't shoot a 10 gauge. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me write that down.
When you want to reach out and touch someone.
Get your 20. Whenever you buy home defense, you got a house now. Get your 20 gauge shotgun. They cheaper, and get your bird shot. Don't get buck shots. Get bird shots. I'm telling you, they yellow.
You ever see that?
You gotta see me shoot. I'm pretty slick with my 9mm though. I don't need them. Bam! Right between the goddamn forehead.
You're lying. You're lying.
I'm lying.
He's about right between the forehead. Who you, John Wick? Get out of here.
Yeah, man. Look, you gotta see dude. You gotta remember, when I was in law enforcement, it was supposed to shoot to stop, but it was shoot to kill.
Yeah, of course.
2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Look at my damn silhouettes, baby. Don't fucking play with me. And
that's not a moving target though.
Right between.
But you're doing moving target my ass. Bam! You dead. You ain't moving.
Okay, Matt Dillon.
Right between the forehead.
You call me whatever you want, god dog. I know how to shoot that damn knife.
Average gunfight 7 feet. A handgun is
but you say that, Savage, and even trained police officers miss 70% of the rounds they shoot.
Oh yeah, they don't even know how many bullets they shot.
Yeah,
but because you could just pop off 15 in a second.
Yeah, I watched a video of a police officers. They kicked in this dude's door down in Las Vegas in one of the suburbs. The guy was standing in the hallway. They fired 13 shots. Not one of them hit him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I'm like, that is fucking horrible.
Because they go to the range twice a year.
Or you go to the store and you get you a big, beautiful shotgun and your aim don't matter.
Is that why you get the bird one? Because it's bigger spread?
You shoot in his direction, he gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Don't get you no short barrel, get you full barrel shotgun, longer range, and you can hit him down the hallway. You ain't even got to change.
For home defense, I would go short barrel.
No way.
It's 18, 16. Rifle,
18
16.
illegal. 18.
A rifle is 16. A shotgun barrel is 18.
A rifle is 16 where?
The federal law, a rifle barrel cannot be shorter than 16 inches.
Oh, we gotta get off here. We're gonna be breaking the law with guns. Hey, Father's Day, everybody. Feds are listening.
They get them cut down. They leave it like 16 and a half. Rifle is 16. Shotgun is 18.
Look into a corner, 20 gauge. You're like
I'm gonna ask my dad if he has one when I'm down there. I'm gonna shoot it.
It's perfect because it's a woman can shoot it, kids can shoot it.
Hey, y'all want to see me shoot something? Watch me shoot a bow and arrow.
God, my God. Okay.
You can shoot a bow and arrow.
Wolf.
God damn, boy. Hey, Hey, and I'm a good axe thrower.
Is that Brandon
Man.
Cooks?
And you're a good
Never
act for
seen
Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah,
man.
and I'm a good axe thrower. I can show you. I can show you two of my axes right now.
This man trying to be John Wick and Aquaman in one, man.
And you ain't ever seen me with the crowbar. Shit, knock that robber upside his head.
Oh man.
Oh my God! Yeah, get your 20 gauge. You can teach the girls how to shoot it. Your wife, all that, brother. Cause look, the robber might have you. He might got the best of you with your 9. Hey, Diana come in that hallway. When he hear that shotgun cock behind him, she tell him don't
That's
move.
all you need to hear is that
That's
sound.
all you need to hear. That sound.
Yeah, but you see, I wouldn't even let the person know. No sound. He's not going to hear anything. He's just going to see it.
But you know how they say,
I hear that.
to your house and hear that shotgun cock down the hall.
His heart stopped.
Don't it though? They stop in their track.
I bet they shitted themselves.
Yeah, I would.
Don't get the person even that.
Yeah, because you know the next sound after that.
Oh, it's over.
Bam!
You don't want them to hear nothing.
Like SPM said, 16 bullets in your diet, lying in a puddle because you hoes want to rumble. SPM like Tarzan. I'm king of the jungle.
You ever see that ammo dragons?
That's 2.6% right there. 2.6 right there.
Yeah, it's not even the 3%, man.
SPM's Mexican.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Hip hop.
3% Guadalupe.
Yeah, but I'm glad you said that.
That's racist.
Yo, never go to those places to get your DNA done because if you go,
Too late.
Okay, well, if you go to anyone that goes to those places to get their DNA done, anyone could walk in there and get yours with no warrant, no nothing.
And Corner, don't you talk about races? What you sent me today, Corner? Yesterday?
Oh boy,
never do that
through TikTok. Oh my God!
Hey, I
TikTok
sent
is
you
not real
high.
life.
I sent you high quality dancing. All right,
Boy,
high quality dancing. Hey, but anyway, what did you just say, Savage?
No, you never do go to those DNA places because
yeah. So when I became, they've had my DNA way before I even did that. Because when you go to corrections, they swab you and they fingerprint you, and then when you go in law enforcement, they fingerprint you. Either way, they got you somehow.
Sooner or later, they're going to start doing it at birth.
If you want to be a postal service person delivering mail, they got to fingerprint you. Why was your fingerprint on this piece of mail? Because I delivered it.
You're gonna laugh. To be a bouncer, you gotta get fingerprinted. To be to coach in high school, to coach in Pee Wee and high school football, you gotta get fingerprinted.
Yeah, anything to do with schools, you're supposed to.
Dude, I gotta pee so fucking bad. You guys have a good night.
Have a good
Just
night.
watch your baseboards around your toilet, man.
First of all, that motherfucker I don't need to aim. It just flops right down there, and it's a straight shoot.
Man, get off here, man.
That's the 3%. That's the 3%.
That's racist, Savage.
That's racist.
I wish I had the 3%.
I don't gotta lean. I don't gotta.
I want to go, man. Get out of here, dude.
Just go to the bathroom, man.
I could pee like this,
Corner,
and it's right in the middle.
Go, man.
To the bathroom, man.
Get out of here, man.
I'll give you something to clip. Let me
What the
let me send Nate Dogg the video.
OG, what does this mean?
I don't know what that means.
No,
I'm
he's
out.
been saying random shit the whole show, man. It's funny.
OG, what does that mean?
You know he says random stuff. He just says okay or hello and stuff. It's funny. I love it though, man.
Right when he
It's
joined.
I say Super Bowl for 2020. Get out. Why is y'all arguing about that?
Why you keep showing sports junkie, man? What's up with that?
I like that picture too, Nate Dogg.
That is a pretty funny picture. I can't front.
Picture.
Are you talking about Nate Dogg's picture? Yeah.
Profile picture?
Yeah, that.
I got it off Google.
Yeah, that's fire.
That is a cool picture.
All right, we're gonna get out of here, man.
All right, man.
All right.
Salute.